when it comes to entertainment, our man knows his stuff. Like, who to call? Here he is, coming to a stage near you. Sauce Babie!
Tell me about the Juice comedy, man. Everything's on a standstill. How is this affecting the industry? What have you been working on right now, man?
I'm unemployed.
You're currently unemployed right now. So Corona is literally mashing up everything you're saying.
Don't have a job.
What about the whole transition from Syndicate? When we see the live days and all that, like, what made you transition into the whole comedy thing?
That was the good time in life. That was like, you have a good job and the job is nice, whatever. Like, you're a manager at McDonald's and you're like, yo, let me go work and be a manager at Rogers.
Yeah.
That was a job, a good job to a good job. This is like, you're a manager at Rogers and now you're a frontline agent at Public Mobile.
Right. Yeah.
And then now I'm just unemployed.
Yeah. Those were the good days right now.
The good days was Syndicate's
So right now
the good days.
comedy
Now, big and
is
serious.
Been seeing you've been working with Maja Hype, Yardie, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that was the good
Yeah.
life back then.
Yeah.
It was all good just a month ago.
Yeah. And now that was the good life then too.
That was the good life.
Yeah, but
I'ma
we'll
take this.
soon.
I'm-
Yo, let's get a shot going on first.
Sorry.
And yo, my thing's acting up, so I might need somebody to chime in on their other live and get a screen recording. We're good? You got that? All right. We're about to do a shot right now. You know what I'm saying? Yep. Uncle Sauce, Lyric, I see you. Come on. Shout to Lyric, my goddaughter. Straw, I see you. Bim to the world.
Cheers.
Let's get a shot right now before we go in, guys.
Everybody with
All
their
right?
cups up. Everybody
Yes.
good. All right.
To more
cool.
sauce. All right?
sauce.
Ready? We good? Yes. Can I get one of those? Hype us. Can I? Louder. I might need that louder. But it's just not loud enough. Too many more. Sauce and beyond. The cake's on fleek. I got my guy with me. West Hype. In case you guys didn't know, you know now. This man alongside me, the manager of Maja Hype and White Yardie, comes from Syndicate Sound Crew. If you guys don't know about the background of it, you know what I mean? He's here with me, and he's been putting some great work in the city. Juice Comedy, if you guys don't know, it's been, well, I'm sure you know. You know what I mean? This guy's had the likes of, like, DC Young Fly. He's had many people come down here. I mean, like Michael Blackston, to name a few. But I don't want to give you guys too much of the sauce. You guys are going to have to tune in and chime in with the episode. But it's glad to have you alongside me here, brother. Yeah, man, my guy Hype Us, you know what I mean? Kid, you know what I mean? You know how we rock it, man. Big episode, I believe, 15 we're on right now. 15. But let me know more about the involvement with like Maja Hype.
Yeah, no, big and serious. So like the backstory
comedy,
from Syndicates, I did that for a very long time. I was a very young DJ. I probably started DJing when I was maybe about 11, 12 years old. And it was cool. That's how I met Hype. That's how I met at the time Goat.
Yeah, that's Richly now.
That's how I
Sean
met,
Rich,
as
he calls himself
you
now.
know what I mean? State of emergency, all that Monday, and it was a good experience. I linked with enough artists. I played a lot of different places. I got asked to go to different type of places that I wasn't even ready for. Got requested to play out in Japan. Went to the States a lot of times. And yeah, like I said, I linked with a lot of different artists, and that was the beginning of the process. But really and truly, that was one of those situations where the clout, the money, the gal didn't match the paycheck.
Right.
And I came to a certain point in time where the clout, the money, the cool points, the gal wasn't enough for me.
Put that all aside.
I needed that paycheck.
Right.
And for a while, it was a balance between me doing graphics. I did all my own graphics.
Because I was about to hit you for the backdrop. I done heard you had the plug. I was like, yo, I'm telling my guy to hit you up. So I know you got the printing thing going on.
Yes.
We're going to get a bit into that in a bit. But yeah.
I ran my own print shop for a while. I was doing a lot of marketing and branding for companies like Sunrise.
Yes.
Flip
did the
branding and marketing for companies like Ritz Caribbean Foods. 5, 6
Ritz.
locations
Shout
downtown.
So
I completely flipped. I was behind a lot of dealerships, a lot of real estate agents and all that thing. And that was my main thing, but it didn't make me happy. You know what I'm saying? It was cool, and I got to like really experience what it was like to get in the, because one thing with graphic design and especially with marketing and branding, you get to kind of like play the entrepreneurial role with different companies. So like even if you ask me for the backdrops, I'd say, yo, why you want this baby here? Like what is this? What is this baby? What's the importance? Okay, cool. Yeah. What's the brand behind Sauce Baby? What are you guys trying to do? So I almost get to like walk for a little bit in your shoes and put together the ideas of what I would do if I were you and present all that to you.
Okay, right.
So it fulfilled me a bit. I'm not gonna say it was like a complete waste of my time.
It's a craft, right? But
it fulfilled me a bit, but it was not. I didn't have the same passion like I did with like connecting with the artists and being in different locations.
Or now with the comedians and
and then fast forward, what started giving me more of that same passion was when I started putting together the comedy shows.
Juice Comedy.
Yeah, Juice Comedy.
So how'd you come up with the name Juice? Because I think Juice, and I hear Drip or Sauce. Or how do you come up with it? I know how I came up with it. I want to know how you come up with the juice.
The same kind of thing, the drip sauce, who got the juice, who got the energy, who got the fire, who's going to bring it on stage. That was where it was coming from. And on top of that, it was like also a name that had absolutely nothing to do with comedy as well. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like I've seen names like LOL Comedy, Laugh Out Loud. You have names like April Fool's Comedy, whatever it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Even Yuck Yucks, it's like still very related to comedy. I know that every single time someone talks about juice and comedy in the same sentence, I mean them I talk about. There's nothing confusing like that.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean?
Yes.
So that's I like the idea. Like when you think about names like Apple, what the hell does Apple have to do with computers?
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like something that every time you mention Apple and electronics in the same sentence, you know it's one company they're talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I like that idea with juice, and that's what I ran with.
And that's you taking your brand to that extent, to that level, like really just like.
Well, it's me working with a blank slate and saying that this is completely available for me to brand it the way I want to.
Right.
Like there's a lot of people, like even with the name West Hype.
Yes.
We have DJ Hype over there, Hype in the Six. Right. I ended up linking with
because I wanted to get into that too, like how the name came about.
Yeah, well, that's a play off of Wesley Snipes. So
I was gonna say that too. I always, whenever I hear that, when I first seen you, not knowing who you were, I always think like, who's the Wesley Snipes guy right now? The West Hype. I would have thought the same thing.
It wasn't even West Hype. It was Wesley Hype.
Okay.
So with Wesley Hype, a lot of people used to call me Snipes. A lot of people call me Wesley Snipes.
Right.
From way back.
From the syndicate days.
From even before that, from like grade school. That's the
what part of the city you come from?
Mind. Originally Markham, and then moved to Scarborough.
Okay. The east side.
Yeah.
Where do you like better? You like the east more or the west more?
That's not a question, bro.
Where would you say has the better food right now? Let's get into
that's not a question, bro. East and all day, bro. I thought you were gonna say what do you like?
That's not even a question. You're saying we gotta
bro.
keep it to the east.
I went from Markham to Scarborough to even more east to Durham.
Yeah.
And now I'm downtown. So if you want to ask me about any of those four places, West End's not in my vocabulary. Bro.
Right. Yeah. Shout out everybody to the live tuning in. Shout out to East. Shout out to the West. Toronto rappers, I see you. Another great outlet, you know what I mean? Put it on for the city. Yeah. Shout out to everybody, all the entrepreneurs.
Shout out 40, bro. 40
Shout out to 40. See you, 40, man. Love all the time. You already know. Yeah. And like, speaking of entrepreneurs, and like I said, like, and just getting into this whole talk, how are you keeping up during this pandemic? How is it affecting your industry? And what are you doing to withstand the fuckery?
I'm unemployed, bro. I'm unemployed. Like, really big and serious.
Right.
Like, I almost say I'm unemployed with pride. And the reason why I say it with pride is because I'm almost taking a stand to, I'm a purist. I'm a purist in its realest form. It took me forever to move from vinyl to Serato, or from vinyl to
as
CD
you can see now, the Serato.
From CDs, I'm such a purist. I like to think to be involved with it in its purest form. And it's so difficult for me to even entertain the idea of taking what we do on stage and the experience that we create to say we're going to try to put that into a phone or a computer that you can see while everything else is going on in your world. Nah,
the virtual
brother.
time of day that we're in right now.
Watered down fuckery. So even if I got involved in something like that, that is me as an unemployed man finding a hobby. That has nothing to do with what I do for my job. That has nothing to do with what I believe in and I built and what I work for, what I tour for, what I've seen all different continents in the world for. Nothing to do with the same thing. So if you want to talk about the Liam thing, we can do the Liam thing for the entertainment, because the whole world is in a predicament right now where the Liam thing is the thing what we just have to deal with. So I'm saying it's a settling down thing. So if I'm going to do something, settle up something, we can't produce a show that is settling down to a level. But don't get it confused. It is not anything anywhere near the capacity of what we produce each and every night on stage, and that's why I'm unemployed. Everything else is a hobby.
Now that you mentioned that, and getting back into like production of a show, or you mean like how, say we have the podcast going on, you had a podcast of your own that was going up until a certain point. Obviously, the BB podcast, the Big Brother podcast. Where you were speaking about what would be going on a weekly basis on the show.
100.
What's going on of the state of the podcast right now?
Well, that's the same thing. The production, that show is a show that
was aired for a bit and then now.
Yeah, it aired. There was 3 episodes a
right?
week, and 2 of them were recorded, and the third one that was live.
Yes.
Every single week. So basically, there was a live show every week.
Yes.
So it was being recorded like when you're watching a show on TV. It might have happened maybe maximum 48 hours before that.
Right.
So because they're constantly producing,
right.
they have to have people leaving their house to go to work to do the production of the show, or whatever. It's not a show that shoots for a whole season, edits for a whole couple months, and then puts out the show. It's a show that's ongoing.
Right.
So for that reason, the podcast didn't really last because when everything shut down, and probably for our own safety to be out, not be out every week and whatever, doing that as well. It was good that it shut down. But the whole idea of that podcast was it was just exercising certain muscles that I care about.
It's almost like a hobby again too, because it was
definitely a hobby
that you like that's your show, right? So it's like
it was definitely a hobby. It's like
it's like you're reviewing the previous week's drama or whatever happened.
And for me, I'm in a place.
They've been around for a long time too, right?
I feel that if we were in a different time, a different era, maybe CTV would have came to me with a show. Maybe CP24 would have came to me with a show. Maybe Much Music would have came to me with a show by now because of all the things that I've done in the city up to this point.
Yes.
But that's not the way that mainstream media is leaning because mainstream media is not leading.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And so as they're kind of fighting for the shows that they already have that are mainstream, while all this IG Live, YouTube,
is going on
else
at once.
is going on,
they're
not really looking to give random people or people that were not super big in the industry, like the pillars in the industry, not the ones that are in the top 10 winning awards,
the opportunity to have your production on that platform.
Blah, blah, blah. They're not putting those shows out right now, right? That's kind of why social media is winning and leading. Yeah. So the reason why I wanted to do that Big Brother podcast was because it was me kind of exercising the muscles of saying, yo, I'm not waiting for radio to give me a radio show. I'm not waiting for TV to give me a TV show. I'm not waiting for nobody to come talk to me. If I want to do something, I'm going to have to build it myself.
Yeah.
And doing
as
something
you've been building your previous brands, right?
100%. It's a new thing that I have to build again. You know what I'm saying? Because not without jumping all over the place, but a whole lot of people could have given Maja Hype the platform to do his shows before this. A whole lot of people could have given White Yardie the platform to do his shows before this. Let me go even more back into the future. I'm the first man to bring enough artists for come touch Toronto, and me bring them first. And it's not
aside
because,
from the comedy, just to get into a bit of the music.
Big up Two Line Music.
Yes.
Rumors Nightclub. We brought Idonia touch the stage in Rumors first when he was already a big artist.
Right.
Me bring Charlie Black, the first person from BSI the CDs to come to an actual artist. Me make him come forward to Toronto before anybody else.
Right.
That's not because I'm so forward thinking more than anybody else. It's because the big corporations don't really care like that. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So me saying I'm gonna give myself my own show, my own platform, much like what you're doing, is just fast forwarding that process to where it's to an undeniable level where now they're buying the episodes off you to also air on that platform or whatever. And because I'm not ready for
there's
that,
a bit of sponsorship that's in there.
Whatever the case may be, whatever, even the sponsors, they're late. Everybody's late. Everybody's late to the party. We most of the stuff we do with our own bread, with no sponsorship. They're all late. They're still off of that old platform where they're putting.
We don't need the labels. We don't need the. We don't need the sponsors.
Like if I'm not a child star with headshots, pause that
bless up yourself, Andy. Big up.
To the right audition, to the right this and the right that. We're not even in their realm. They're not thinking about us, and that's the.
We're on a hierarchy right now.
They're so
on a different type of time right now.
So just to sum up the podcast in one sentence, that was a way for me to do some warm-up drills and some exercises for what's yet to come for West Hype in the camp.
Right.
Of West Hype. You know what I'm saying?
That was the warm-up,
For when I learned, okay, cool. So camera there. We switch this. Okay, put the live there. Oh, we need a room like this. We need a soundproof, whatever. When I have the idea that's perfect, I don't have to go through those learning stages. Cause I learned it on a fucking Big Brother.
Even
podcast.
from everything from mic etiquette to just like
everything,
every single aspect of
everything.
it.
I learned what I learned from that though. The biggest thing I learned from that. I don't know if you can co-sign this or not.
Right. Yeah.
You can have some profound moments in regular conversations.
Yes.
A podcast can be 2 hours.
Right.
But you can say that one thing off of the flow of the conversation or whatever, that 1-2 minute clip
That will
can
spark
get
into a
2
whole
million,
20
2
million
million views
Yeah,
and
yeah.
build your foundation
Right.
and possibly even your legacy
Yes,
off
yeah.
of just what you
Yeah.
said, because off of a podcast and just talking, you get to let your information
I can
fly
definitely
like
speak
that.
on that. It's like one of my homegirls. She actually tuned in earlier live. She does makeup, and she, she's always been giving me the encouragement. Shout out to Charlie. She's been like, she's reached a certain pinnacle with her content, and she said the same thing. It's like not even just her, let alone people that I know that do other type of reviews on YouTube. Whereas that you got it. The content has to. It's like what MJ used to say. Repetition is the mother of skill, right? You got to keep producing the content because. Like I used to think in retrospect, I used to think that like so cliche about it's just people telling you, just like keep going, like, you know what I mean, the regular like content. But no, it's there's a thin line between it, because that's what kind of like it's like what you said. You don't know that one video or that piece of content. There's many stories of people, even on Instagram, let alone that just one video out the odd that where they're just even speaking to themselves on camera, literally made a whole change. And it's those unorthodox moments, right?
And
Definitely.
big up once again.
Another shot for that too.
Yeah,
Another
yeah,
shot
yeah,
for
take
that.
a shot
too.
for that. Take
Facts.
a shot for
Come
that.
on,
Take a
man.
shot
You
for
already
that.
know.
Take a shot for that.
Big up. Yo, we got JA in there. Man move. Andy Biggs, I see you. Come on. Yes, bless.
See?
Yeah, no, but it's content is key, and it's like
I like that
it's those
sauce,
defining moments
baby.
that we gotta, even in a situation that we're in right now with this pandemic. I mean, it's like I always go back to saying this, even that I've learned from my mother too. Is like she used to say, like, or back home they used to say, like, if you don't got horse, you gotta ride cow. You always gotta make do with what less you have. You know what I mean? And I feel that we've been so spoiled. You know what I mean? I always say this North Americanized type of, treatment that we like. I mean, like when you think about what's going on in other parts of the world, even New York alone. I mean, it's crazy. Like a lot of people, at some point, we could say even here, have taken the whole COVID thing for granted. But I mean, imagine being in a situation where it's like really, really sticky and like no, nigga, like, you really can't leave right now. You know what I mean? Like you're confined to because of the population and what's going on there. You're confined to where you are. And I mean, we're privileged, I guess, in a sense here. I don't know if we would say for the healthcare or whatnot, but I mean, a situation like this has definitely shown us like how kind of important your own brand is, or like
Well, you just
yourself with you know what I mean?
You just said a while ago, repetition is the mother of skill, and I'll take it a step further and say, in this situation, you're gonna realize more than any that necessity is the mother of invention, right? And it's out of a need to reach your same market that, like, for example, me, humble brag, we're selling out shows at 2,500 people a night. And now I can no longer do that. I can no longer bring those people
right now.
to the thing. Yeah. So what's the next step? And even more so than me, as the promoter, as the producer, or as the management, it's the artist that I'm working with that would be actually on stage performing for those 2,500 people. Mm-hmm. And they're like, okay, well, what now? So that's where the lives are coming in, and the YouTube videos and stuff is coming in.
So have you sorry to cut you, have you found yourself in many incidents being what you just said, the promoter, the manager? I mean, of course, have you, like, where you've had to like take on the role of these multiple positions?
No. That's my job.
Because you're like a jack of all trades. You're kind of like a handy guy too. You're like a hands-on guy. This guy. Here, right?
Yeah. But it's really all the same. Cheers. It's really all the same.
Yeah. It's just got to be done.
Like the difference between promotion, and production is really how involved you were with the promotion to begin with.
Right.
If you come from the era that I come from,
right,
promotion is handing out flyers, playing the music, running the security,
on poles and
all of that, and
schools,
still, but doing that stuff and then running the smoothness of the night. So who's playing at what time, what music is playing, whatever. Running security, who's coming in from the line, what the guest list looks like, what the bar sales are doing, or whatever, and then making sure everyone gets home at the end of the night, making sure everybody gets paid at the end of the night. That's accountant. That's all these different roles, right? So when they say again, I'm gonna keep circling back to this. I think is necessity is the mother of invention. If I came up into a place where I only had to play one role, If you were the one to put me on and be like, yo, just hand out flyers, then I might not need to learn the DJing and how the bar is working and how people are getting paid. But I didn't have you, so I had to do it myself.
And that's
so I
where the
learned all of
necessity
those rules. Necessity, the mother of invention. So now, even though I'm playing those roles on a much bigger scale, where I could employ somebody to play those roles, and enough times I do employ somebody, but I'm still the person that oversees that role and cosigns, and a lot of times, I hate to say it, micromanages those roles. I play those roles, but it's the same role I've been playing since I was 13, bro. Right. To be honest, like it's not any different.
Now, what advice do you have for the 13-year-old Wes? The 13-year-old Wes that's coming up now. That's like, or even whether they're 15 to 17, and I know some niggas older than me, or guys that don't know where to start. I mean, some people that think it's either too late or it's been done already. What do you for the people, the excuse makers out there, people that don't have or think they have the resources? Where would you start up? I mean, having been in the situation that you were in at the time opposed to now, things are different with the online sector and going viral. But
so
it was more harder at that time. So what advice? Sorry, is Austin there? What? Sorry, yeah. But no, what advice do you have to that 13-year-old guy with the same hunger, or even I shouldn't even say that, somebody that is just lost even in the sauce?
Well, no, age is kind of important because age speaks to your responsibilities. The responsibilities that I had in 13 was not the responsibilities that I had at 18, was not the responsibilities that I had at 28. That's not the responsibilities that I have now.
But do you feel like where age speaks to your responsibilities the same way today as it did then, though, at the same time? Because, I mean, I feel
perception
like
is everything.
Generation is more spoiled now, right?
100%, but perception is everything.
Yes.
So your responsibility could simply be first of all, everyone's circumstances is different. Let's put that right off the bat.
Yes.
Like some people's mothers baby
circumstances,
them, and that's it. Some people have kids young that have to be responsible for that they brought into the world.
Have the resources where others don't.
So responsibility is completely different to the person. Now, if you're talking about generational responsibility, 100%, it's not necessarily the same. It's definitely the same between my parents and me, and it's not necessarily the same between me and them. But all of that is to say, a lot of people let their responsibilities control what it is that they're able to do and not do. And here's where that perspective differs. If you have watched one season of 90 Day Fiancé, you have the fucking time to do what you wanted to do to some degree. Rome was not built in a day. I talk to people all the time that feel, say, because they want to be they want to be a travel advisor. Right. They want to travel around the world and they want to vlog about it and tell people about different destinations and this, that, and the third. Their first problem is like, well, I already have to work my 9 to 5. I'm at Rogers because I have 2 kids and I can't stop working at Rogers because I have to feed my pitney and I can't go to these destinations until I reach the destinations. I can't review the destinations.
Right. So they're put in a circumstance.
Fair argument.
Yes.
Bullshit. Do you know all of the destinations?
Right.
Do you know the top 10? First of all, what's your city? Do you live in Toronto? You live in Toronto. Cool. So what
comes down to demographic now.
So what's the demographic? Who are you targeting? Is it your own age group?
Yes.
Or is it an older demographic? Is it a younger demographic? Is it people that are in retirement? Or is it people that are like spring breaking? Right? If it's people that are spring breaking, who is spring breaking from Toronto? Where are they going? Is it Cancun? Is it DR? Which is the top one of those two? Oh, okay, it's DR. What are the top 5 resorts in DR?
Yes.
When is the top 5 times for them to travel every year?
Yes.
What does this resort offer more than the next resort offer? That way, if you only get to travel once for the year, you're going to the best possible resort for your demographic.
Right, yes.
But they're like, I can't do it, and they don't look into any of those things.
When they think in that reverse of their perspective, they're limiting themselves.
By the way, I just made that shit up right now. I never talked to anybody that wants to be a travel advisor.
Right, yes.
I don't know who's spring breaking where. I just made that up right now. I went through all of those scenarios on the fly right here while we're sipping Douce.
Yes.
People say that they want to do this, and they watch 90 Day Fiancé, and they watch fucking whatever the fuck they're watching on Netflix, binge watching it, and they're there involved in love and hip hop and this, that, and the third, and say we don't have the time to pursue our dreams because of our responsibilities.
So
That's
true.
bullshit.
So true. You guys hear this right now? So true. So true.
The problem is you don't have the time to pursue your dreams because you don't have the mentality to even see
Hey,
the
but let me get a
finish
sauce,
line.
baby, for that. That's facts right now.
You know what I'm saying?
You
Once
gotta
you
hear the
see the
facts.
finish line, you start. It's like the Matrix, bro. Neo seen a cake and a cup and a computer. He never seen the zeros and ones, so he couldn't do the mathematics of how to navigate the code until he seen the mathematics in the zeros
He
and the
mapped it
ones,
out.
bro.
Yeah.
You have to first acknowledge that you're in the fucking matrix. That's
Right.
the first thing. You have to acknowledge that they're constantly ramming shit
A lot of
down
people
your
are so
throat.
caught in the TV and in the
But
and
you
in
have
the
to know
media
that that's a
they're-
distraction. You have to
Right,
know that this is entertainment. You have to know that they want to hold you down. They don't
Right.
want you to strive. They don't want you to get to another level because that encroaches on their territory where they're feeding you this information.
Right.
Not to get too deep, but all the COVID information. You think they're that fear
The
mongering?
media don't want us here right now.
They-
They don't want to hype us. They don't try to ban hype us. Like how
Yo.
many times this guy's playing every popular song in the world?
You know
but
what
they
I
don't
mean?
want. We're living in a more controlled society. If
The
you guys
COVID
didn't
situation
understand
is
this by now.
fear mongering for a reason.
Right. Yes.
And again, I don't want to
they
go
might
too
not try to
deep.
ban us at this point.
I don't want to
Mills, I
go
see
too
you.
deep. I'm gonna go this surface level right now.
Jiggy, I see you too. Yeah.
Yo, if you separate the upper class, right, who can survive COVID,
Right.
can survive the quarantines, because the quarantine is not a health thing. It's not a fucking health thing. This is an economical thing. The only attack right now is not on our immune systems. The biggest attack right now is on the systematic way that this country is run. And what are they doing right now? They're making sure that the rich companies can withstand this epidemic.
Yeah, your blue chips.
Right?
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna bail out certain companies. So who's gonna suffer? The people that were just workers, they have the what do you call it? I can't.
First responders. Or
The $2,000 thing. What's that name of that shit?
the
bro?
emergency.
Stimulus.
The emergency.
Stimulus syrup. Whatever the fuck they call it. They have all different names for it. They're gonna pay those people so that they're good.
Right.
You guys are good. We don't want you for dead for hungry. All right, cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna bail out
Cheese
the
on.
big companies
Yes.
that can withstand this storm. Who's gonna really suffer? The middle class.
Right.
Myself right now, where I have my little business, it's not biggie like how Apple is biggie. We're
Right,
not smiley like me need to go beg anybody for no work.
Yeah.
I'm okay
Right.
for now.
Or like a Rogers where everybody needs this.
No, but
this.
I don't
Right.
I don't even have no, like right now, I have no income for the past
Right.
2-3 months.
You're saying off the rip, you're shut down. Yeah.
I have no
Whereas,
income
like,
for the past
food
2-3
industry,
months.
Right. Yes.
I might not have income for another 6-7 months, and I'm okay for that. But when we go 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 11 months, 12 months, I'll even like the little entertainers I'm talking about. They're not gonna. They might be good for a year. They're not good for 2 years. So what are they doing? They're controlling and moving certain people up that can take advantage of the situation and move up into the upper class.
We might just have to be protesting just now because entertainment is a necessity at the end of the day. You know what
The
I mean?
real entertainment people that are swallowed up, and
Right.
I'm gonna use that word swallow specifically.
Right.
Now, why not pause? Because when them get swallowed up by
Yes.
the organizations that co-sign them and let them come up to that level, and then certain ones that will rebel against it will get pushed down to the next level. So now you're creating two classes.
Right.
The classes of the accepted and the classes of the peasants.
Right.
That is what the fuck that they want, bro. That is the agenda that they're constantly trying to push when they're feeding you love and hip hop. When they're feeding you all these different things to mash up your brain where you don't even say, yo, doc, how can I really think about how I'm supposed to do my business? They don't want you to do your business, bro.
And that comes down to
they don't want to do
the
that shit.
thin line that separates the rich from the poor.
Why is there
again.
why is there nothing on TV that's teaching people regularly how to properly manage your credit, how to properly manage debt, how to properly build up credit? Because they don't want you to have credit.
Someone
bro.
says in here, our government has done a decent job attempting to help small businesses and the middle class for now.
Brother, they're talking about the
Yeah,
bailout
you guys can
packages.
feed us with more questions in the
That's
live
cool.
feed.
They're talking about the bailout packages and whatever.
Right.
And if you're reading the headlines, that would be true.
Right.
But if you're reading about the actual real everyday situations, which I have been, shout out Maraca's restaurant that I personally
I need
dealt
to be
with.
at the real maracas on the beach out in Trinidad right about now. I'm trying to get that question better be able. I need answers right now to why I can't be in maracas on the real beach right now. 40K loan. Oh my God. I don't.
For small businesses.
I can get to that in a minute. If you, I don't know if you want to get to that or.
No, because
And it's not for small businesses. It's for corporations.
and I'm not even gonna get into it because
Small businesses again are suffering.
I'm not gonna
from
get
it.
into it because
Yeah.
you know why I'm not gonna get into it, brother? If we were gonna get into it, we would have to sit here. It wouldn't be a podcast. It wouldn't be a live. It would be us going line by line and depicting every shit that's wrong with the situation, all the fine print. When you go and sign up for an app and you have your terms and agreements and you click I agree, right? You're not reading any of that. And when you're reading the fine print in these contracts, I can go and pick out 3-4 things that's just like, oh, well, that's fuckery, and that's fuckery, and that's fuckery, and that's fuckery. But yeah.
He's saying, read the small business thing I stated, not about the headline. So he said, our government has done a decent job attempting to help small businesses and the middle class for now. Also only have to pay back.
Bro,
right,
I'm not gonna.
Of the 40.
I'm not gonna go.
There's a 40K loan that can be applied for by a small business, no interest for 2 years. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go into the ins and outs.
Let's scroll up more
of each individual situation, unless like on a one-on-one conversation, I definitely would. But in terms of the fact that
I didn't know it was for small. I thought it was just for corporations that were. So I guess I could be wrong. That were maybe within a certain tax bracket or whatnot. But so I thought that if you're a sole proprietorship would be different, right?
Great, but no disrespect. I can't take the lines that are on there as gospel. I can't. The same way you shouldn't take what I'm saying as gospel.
Of course, right.
We have to go line by line and depict. Do your own research. I'm not telling any individual person, hey, do this, do that, do whatever. I'm stating the differences in certain situations, right?
Right.
Because if you're gonna say the 40K, right? Let's just say 40K interest-free 2 years. But if my business is shut down from now till the end of the year, from February to December, let's just say hypothetically.
Yes.
Right? That's 10 months.
Right.
And if my
as of today, your business is shut down.
From February
and you already took the loan.
No, I didn't. Let's say I didn't even take the loan. Let's forget about the loan.
Right, yeah.
Just the mere facts. If my business is shut down from February to December, right? Yeah. And I have to deal with $2,000 in expenses a month.
Right.
That's $20,000 just that before I make $1 back. So you're loaning me money just to simply take care of half of what I'm incurring with. Not to mention all my personal expenses that I have to live every single day.
Yes.
Just my business expenses alone. Like let's say even rent.
Right.
Rent is for a lot of people is more than $2,000 a business rent.
Yes.
That's not a nominal expense, not your employees and I have to deal with this person on that and that person on that. Even if you have to function at a minuscule level or whatever, that's $20,000 right there. Yeah. $40,000 in 2 years. What the fuck is that really doing for you? And I haven't even walked into the fine print of what that situation may possibly be. Right. I'm not gonna go back and forth in debating broad principles. It doesn't make any sense.
Individual stimulus is called CERB. Small business stimulus is called CEBA. Okay. Hello. Right.
To go back and forth on fine print, we'd have to sit down here with the contract right here and go back and forth on fine print.
Yes.
What I will tell you is the very simple facts. Yeah. This epidemic is way more of an economical crisis than it is a fucking a physical medical
to add
crisis.
to that, I also feel like it also depends like even the nature of your business when coming to taking these loans to like what you said. I mean, whether your overhead, whatever your overhead is and whatnot. So I mean, it's like
everything is very much
like people's situations are
everything is very
different,
everything is very much specific.
Different scenarios. You could be a barber that has to have this, and your expense, your overhead, your.
You know what? Let me go. Who's commenting right now? With all the information?
My boy Mills, just Alex is in the building right
Just
now.
Alex.
Yes.
Let me look into the camera like this and say, yo, just Alex? No, real shit. I'm going to reference this back. This camera right here. Just Alex. Today is May the 3rd, right? May the 3rd, 2020. Let's fast forward to December 3rd, 2020, and watch how many businesses do not make it through just Alex, regardless of what the fuck the government is doing for it. That's it. Right. Fast forward and show me how many businesses did not make it to December 3rd, 2020. The end.
Yes.
And then we don't have any more conversations
so
to be had at that point in time.
Ask you right now.
Well, wait. I'll put money up on it too, by
Yeah.
the way.
Yeah.
If that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, if that's what we're talking about, money, I'll put money up on it. I'll put a stack up on it. I'll put a stack that I can name personally 50 businesses that have completely gone belly up, that were
industries
doing
of the-
well. Doesn't matter the industry. I'll do 100. It doesn't matter the industry. 100 businesses that I personally know. I know the names of them that do not make it to December 3rd. $1,000. I can name that regardless of any government
Because of the given circumstances.
because of the given circumstances.
Right.
And I probably can't name 100
So if
people
it
that
was
I know
up
that
to
died.
you don't care about the 10 grand difference. You feel like
What 10 grand?
In a situation with you where you get the 40, you only have to give back 30. Would you?
Oh no, that's
How
soft
would you use
cost
that in a
of.
scenario like with yours with the juice company?
Brother, we can't talk about
Yeah.
that. Okay, so let's not even factor what I'm losing.
Right.
I can't talk about the numbers like
Yeah.
that, bro.
We can't
Yo,
just
no
like-
matter how much
we
do
can't-
say, you're a good
can't
sauce, baby. Sauce,
Yo, it
baby.
died,
He
yeah.
almost had me
Yeah.
identify how
Serena,
much
we
money
still live?
I lost.
We still live?
But
Or it stopped? Okay.
But
okay,
my
okay.
girls will be coming for me for how much money I lost in this 1 month. I'm not going down that path. You're good.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
close.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
close. You're close.
Yeah.
But even forget about what I'm spending.
Yeah.
Forget about what I'm spending.
Right.
Because just today I showed my CN Tower view from where I'm chilling, and I have no income whatsoever right now. I'm
Right.
chilling, paying out, fucking eating Uber Eats and Fedora and all them
Yeah,
fucking they that.
Fedora.
You know what I'm
Skip the
saying?
dishes.
All the bills I still have to pay and whatever, and that doesn't count what I should be making. That I
Right.
didn't go to UK, or I'm not supposed to go to UK May 19th. I didn't go to Atlanta last month. I didn't go here, there,
It's
whatever.
the travel, let
All
alone
the-
that's affecting like.
Bro, I can't go those places. Those are the extra monies I go and make here. Money everywhere. It's not about it's a loss of income plus expenses, bro.
So it's safe to say that the travel is the main thing that's setting you back? And
no, the travel's no icing on top. It's worse.
Right.
The main
Yeah, 'cause
thing
you
that's
don't
setting
have
me
to go
on
back
top
to- yeah, right.
is the money that I make right fucking here. Travel is bonus for me, bro.
Right.
Travel is bonus.
Yeah.
I make good money. This is the tidbit I'll give you. Bro.
So in a sense, you're saving by not having to travel.
No, that's not
Like,
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
This is the tidbit I will give you, and we're gonna switch the topics. I'm gonna go deeper into this.
Yeah.
If I just traveled with my artists alone, I'd be making the money that people are making at their regular Rogers job. That's what I'm losing.
Right.
I can do shows and not have to work, period, off just doing shows.
Right.
So I'm super good off shows.
Right.
Then I'm okay off of just traveling. And I've lost both of those things.
Right.
See what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I'm not traveling on my side job
Because of
doing
the
my management
pandemic,
thing.
yeah.
That's gone.
Because of social
And then
distancing.
I'm not doing my main thing, which is producing shows.
Right.
And I'm good off one, and I'm nice off another.
The other, yeah.
And both of them are gone in one step.
Yes.
See what I'm saying? That's why I feel it's not just me. It's all, like I said, all the entertainers,
Yes.
you think anybody's buying any cars right now, bro? All the salesmen, like the top salesmen, real estate's taking a drop. All these people that get paid on commissions or whatever, all that.
That's
those are the,
all gone out the
That's
window,
the
yeah.
middle class.
Yeah, right.
Those are the people
Yes.
that are striving. Those are the stockbrokers. You see what the stocks are doing right now, bro?
Yes, yes.
See what's happening to Air Canada
Plummeting,
and all them things
right.
stuff.
Plummeting, yeah.
The people that are making money off their commissions and sales, the middle class, that is dropping.
Right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You're a typical guy that works in a Manulife or like a, you're right, you know what I mean? That's responsible
That's
for
dropping.
investing
Your regular things. Some people are getting a bonus.
Switch me up, Styles, come on.
Some people are getting
Yeah.
a bonus with that $2,000 check.
Yeah.
That
Your
$2,000
time,
is a
Styles,
bonus.
come on.
Some
Yes.
people are making more money off that
Yeah.
$2,000.
Yeah.
But
We got
anyways.
Styles right now, and man, we're switching it up, man. You know what I mean?
conversation-
Hype was trying to get us banned
Going
right now.
way too
Hype
deep
was
for
is up
them.
to something that like
Way too
I don't
deep
know
for
what's
them
gotten
to
in
yourself.
this guy, yo, broski.
Big up.
Broski's in the cut right now. JR's in the cut. Don't give this guy too much like, yo, Hype us. You have to take time right now. Because you're a guy that off the rip, they're just done with you. Because you're just coming in with all types of, you know what I mean? Them tune there.
Yo, big up my brethren Sean Riches, man, because
bring up Sean Riches, man, right
he's been around in certain places where I say certain stuff that's not appropriate for the audience.
Oh, yeah, just like that crispy photo shoot, like, 2 nights ago, and he kept me drippy just the other day.
Yeah,
we went to
no,
the
not-
X,
but-
we went to the...
but
I'm,
not-
I'm joking.
but
Big up
not
for
like
photo.
that, bro.
But he's really going... He's really
I
doing
hear
the
that.
ones. Whether it's on the camera or the video,
no disrespect, but not like that at all. Not like that at all, because certain places, I'll tell you one thing, bro. The reason why I am is because I'm very perceptive.
Right.
And when you try to wake certain people up that aren't supposed to be woken up, the difference between being perceptive and receptive and ahead of your time is almost like a crazy type of thing.
Right.
So
it's a difference in it. It's willing to,
that's two different things. So big up Sandwiches for being that place and shut them out for the drippy food.
Yeah. And I know I say that to say that just like even where we were when we were a few nights ago when we did our shoot. It's like we were speaking about content, and whether it's from an image to a video to just like even me with some sauce here, reviewing some sauce, or planets here with the, like just any, like whether I'm showing you some film products or Sarita maybe showing you some hair products or some whatever we're doing, the DJ like we really have to and I think the situation again, it's like I said, I can't stress it enough, is enabling us to realize to make do with what we have. You know what I mean? And like I said, make sacrifices. It goes back to like what you're saying when you're bigging him up, is like sacrifices are being made, right? And that's what, and I think we have to really also like kind of look at into a clear, almost not even a glass, but like just looking to tap into where we want to be from where we are now.
100%. Right? But there's a slight difference between making do with what you have and accepting what you've been given.
Yes.
You see that, right?
Yes.
Making do with what you have. I said it. The necessity is the mother of invention. So I'm not disputing you on that at all. But it can often be confused with accepting the circumstance that you have been given.
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
So
it's like almost like being, sorry to cut you,
no,
being born into a religion. And having like it's like somebody, the odds are against them, they want to convert, or they did like it's
not even to say
I don't want to get not to say that I'm getting in religion, but I'm using it as an example.
Fuck the odds are against you. This doesn't make sense to you personally.
Right.
Because religion is a matter of perspective once again.
Right.
If I tell you Wesism is your religion because you are my son,
right,
it takes you a while before you say, yo, what the fuck is Wesism?
Right.
Everybody thinks their religion is the realest because it came from their mother, their grandmother, their grandfather, their whoever that taught them everything they know. So even religion, there comes a time where you have to question and say, does this make sense to me? Do I actually have this faith? Do I believe in it? You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But here's the thing. I made a post about this the other day, and people can snap in their house right now, or they can say this guy's talking fuckery. But I said, I used to say find yourself, and I changed that to create yourself.
Yes.
And the reason why I changed find yourself to create yourself is because find yourself gave you the excuse to do nothing while finding yourself.
Right.
Find yourself allowed you to sit back and say, well, I'm partying and maybe myself will just, it was almost like myself will find me.
Yes.
My passion will just come upon me. I'm going to go explore this. And hey, what are you doing? Hey, well, I'm doing that. I'm finding myself.
Right.
Finding myself didn't actually need to
because you're trying to find yourself.
But it didn't actually have to involve looking.
Right.
You could just be doing anything and saying, it's like a hippie vibe, finding myself.
Right.
Now, creating yourself puts the onus on you that every day, brick by fucking brick, you're laying that one stone to building yourself.
Right. Whether it's through now the resources of research and attaining conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes, surroundings, your networking.
Research literally can be.
It allows more of a hunger at this point to want to really.
The onus is on you.
Yeah, the key word is the onus.
The
right?
onus.
Right.
So if you want to watch
ownership.
Netflix fucking what the name of the show?
Whether it's Narcos or whatever.
No, the one specifically.
MJ one,
whatever the fuck.
Dance
but I'm talking about whatever the fuck. The one with the scientists that gone bad. Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah. Or you want to, or they want to watch the Ozark or whatever you want to.
But you want to watch Breaking Bad. tells a story of a something to something else, right? MJ tells a story of something to something else. The Last Dance.
Right.
Whether you want to say you're taking in that, and that's what you're doing to find yourself.
That's what I was gonna say. Because if that's a form of research now, then we could say that.
But
that
don't
could be.
fucking find yourself.
Right.
Create yourself.
Right.
Because now at the end
Use
of
that
the
as
day,
an inspiration.
I want you to tell me what
Right.
did you take from every single
Yes, it's
episode?
almost like when we did
What did it
keynotes
make
in
you think of?
class, and,
Yeah, exactly.
and your
Take your
parents used to
fucking
say,
notes.
"Listen,
Take your
they
notes.
came home with a ruler and they said, listen, what did you learn? What can you tell me you learned from today from school?"
That's it.
That being said, where do you see the future of juice comedy? You know, within I mean, there's never a limit to finding ourselves or to learning more, or to like where do you see? What are you know, I mean, like, because you've worked with many likes, as we mentioned before, the Maja Hype, I even to DC Young Fly. I mean, you know, obviously, you know, Yardie, right? I mean, many notable people that even there's more to mention. I mean, is there a few people that like, I mean, even females like B Simone, I think she's cool. Like I mean, is there you know room for? I mean, aside from just I mean, because I know you've worked with many people. Like let me say here, the UK. In the States, you're traveling a lot. Is there something different that you haven't done that you feel that you know you might do for a change or that?
The on top. I've already known this from before, and the thing that this situation will teach you. I don't have a fucking 5-year plan at all, bro. I used to have a 1-year plan, but now it's more on a 1-month plan.
You have a right now plan. I was gonna say that. Right.
That's really what it is. So where do I see myself when the smoke clears? Yeah. Entertainment has to come back when Jay-Z starts selling out shows, when Nas starts selling out shows, when Kendrick Lamar starts selling out shows, when J. Cole starts selling out shows. I'll be right there with them guys.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like as soon as they say come back, everything's good. You can fill the buildings. I'll be right on course with that.
Right.
But if J. Cole says I'm never doing another building and this is what I'm doing, I'm going to have to kind of follow suit in that path too and see what's going on, what the big corporations, what Live Nation and certain. Because you have to remember, like, Rogers Center is empty. Mm-hmm. Air Canada Center is empty.
Right.
Staples Center is empty. Madison Square Garden is empty.
Right.
A whole bunch of people that were used to making a whole bunch of money are not making no money. So I'm just taking it easy and seeing what I'm not the biggest by any stretch of the imagination.
Right.
I'm a big swimmer in my pond, right? I'm a big swimmer in my pond.
Yeah.
But I am not. My pond is not the biggest, so I'm taking heed and paying
opposed to
attention
wanting
to
to be
what.
Even with that, I've learned from even with the blog world being where I was like a little fish at one point in a big pond. And now you want to be, it's the opposite. You know what I mean? You don't want to be stuck in an industry. Like I was mentioning to you before, where I was doing the blogging thing and I was just like, it's like, okay, I'm just like, you know, my topics are hip hop and fashion in Toronto, which is $1 billion industries and it's a city that's populated by millions, right? So now I you know, conversed into this industry, right? I found more of my, and it's something that more is like, I feel like I can control, you know what I mean? And no, I feel like that's definitely important. Yeah, right? I mean, not saying that we can't like. So you could look at graphic designers. You could look at people that are in tons of other industries that are competitive, but it's like it always goes back to what sets you aside and what are you willing to do to outwork the competition and or that other people are. You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah. So I'm good in my position. I have a lot of runway, and I'm very versatile.
What do you notice that even guys like? Because I mean, even on the list to mention, there's Lunel, Ari Spears, Michael Blackson, and there's things that I notice with these guys. What do you notice that a lot of these comedians?
Sorry to break the flow, but how much time do we have?
I think we about got another 20 half an hour or so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're good,
see,
we're good.
Me see shop start close up around here and all them stuff. All
right,
cool. Like
it was a little noise complaint. Though, I mean, we had to dumb down on the DJ thing. You know what I mean? But like, what have you noticed with these guys that even that I mean like that they've again back to that thin line like just like what like. With me, because I come from a background even of the school for the arts where I've, you know, you come from like improv and Planet could speak on that too, you know. Shouts to the Cardinal Carter alumni, Claude Watson School for the Arts.
That's what's
I was
going
that
on.
kid. I was that kid. I was I'm in high school. They're just like, who is this?
We have some real artists in here.
Like, you know what I mean? There's some memories, you know what I mean?
Oh,
see,
shit,
we
man,
just got this live, man. The man brought
pen.
Cardinal Carter Academy, you know what I mean?
Okay.
List the names to mention.
Shout
I mean,
out,
shout out Goat Nose, man. From the
shout out out V, bro.
Yadam, to the Mandam, to the Brave
Virginia.
Buff
Shout out
guys.
Virginia.
Shout out to Cardinal Carter, you know what I mean? The drama squad. You know what I mean? You shout out to the whole from 2002, from
Whenever
from 2000 and under, you know what I mean? Or 01, 02, we're going. I mean, like,
That's it.
I don't even want to be displaying my age right now, but I mean,
Yeah, right,
But I mean,
right? You have to
like
pull
back
back
to just
sometime.
like, what do you notice with these guys? They're like Ari Spears is always somebody that alone. I just said, yo, I need that. Not even that I needed to meet. That nigga needs to meet me. You know what I mean? Like, you guys know about Sauce Baby, but what do you know? Like, these guys are impeccable. And I mean,
called the wrong name, bro.
Ari Spears is a legend, man.
Called the wrong fucking name. Ask me a
Adam,
question
you worked
again.
it-
You're gonna get beer sound excerpts. What do you call them sound bites?
So he's saying Ari
Ask me the
Spears.
question about Ari Spears again, bro.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
the fuck? Why you call that name, bro? You're hitting certain nerves, bro.
Ari
What
Spears.
I say about Ari Spears, man? Ask me the question.
You're saying he's stuck up. He's a piece of shit.
Yo, Ari Spears is a pussy. Ari Spears can go
Yeah.
suck him blood clot self.
See,
Because, yo, hear what?
But see, that almost, guys, learning curve, that almost shows you something that you almost just gotta really just be like so much of an asshole to get under Rusty Snipes' nerves that you're like, yo, what? You know what I mean? No.
Hear what.
Yo, that can almost answer the question of them.
But what was your question? Give me
My
your
question
question
is,
and
what do
answer
you
the
notice with like, you know, like people that have come to it, whether even if we don't use Ari, whether it's Michael
No.
Blackson.
Stay with Aries. I want to know what the fuck.
Aries.
What the fuck
Yo,
do you want to
Aries.
know about Aries, bro? What do you want to know about Aries?
Like, I mean, in terms of, I mean, you could say
You forgot
talent.
your question now.
You could say talent. You can
Talent.
say
Is
skill.
Ari Spears talented?
You could say
Yes,
skill.
he's talented.
Right.
He's talented at being a pussy. Nah, okay.
Yes.
Big on serious.
Yes.
I'm gonna speak on something that's very much. You might feel it a little bit too.
Yes.
We're in a little bit of a gap.
Yes.
We're in a little bit of a gap. Our generation's a little bit of a gap. We're playing where one side is our left foot is on this side, our right foot is on this side, and it's a problem because we came from a place where TV and radio and stuff dictated our childhood.
Yes.
Who was on 106 and Park dictated our childhood.
Yes.
But when we get to adolescence and our early adult life, it started to be more about the social media stuff, and that's what's going on, right?
Right.
So, Ari Spears is on one side of the equation.
Yes.
Maja Hype is on the other side of the equation. Not to say
Right.
they have beef. I want to clarify that. Only I said he's a pussy. Maja Hype never said that.
Yeah.
But they're from two different schools.
Right, yeah.
Cardinal Carter.
Yes.
And
The
fucking
school of
didn't
the
finish
Bronx
high
or
school,
the
or whatever
right.
the fuck.
Right. The school of the Bronx, the school of the Hard Knocks.
Didn't even
Yeah.
need to go to school.
Island,
Just
right.
school of
Where guys
iPhone,
look
Apple
guys,
school.
where look exactly.
Apple
He
genius,
took the words
go to
out of my
school.
mouth. He took the words out of my mouth right now. Where it's all he had is this.
That's it.
Is this.
Cool.
He didn't have your Marvin Cairns, your acting teachers that taught Miley Cyrus here and all the like. He didn't have that
Didn't have
on
that.
camera
So let me
class.
let me close that gap for you a little bit. They're there,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Let me close the gap a little bit for you. That's like making the band, and the band was already made.
Yeah.
That's like the people that were already the band. We
Yes.
were just the band.
Yes.
We were the fucking band.
Yeah.
People rated us. We were the band. And we went through a TV show and people got to know us and they said, oh, fuck, he's cute. And oh, he got the cheesecake. And blah, 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 blah. And that's why they're getting through to like be like, yo, bro, take me out of them little Yardie man with us. Go on TV, reality TV, and because reality TV is that bridge. Reality TV is the bridge between TV, radio, mainstream world, and social media world. That was
Yes.
the beginning of the end.
Yeah.
For certain people, it's the
Right.
beginning of the end,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Cool. So, Ari Spears is the guy that was on Mad TV every single night, jumped on the radio interviews and did the impressions.
Yes.
And killed them with the impressions, and killed them with the fucking Mad TV skits, and killed them with the stand-up. And where the fuck is Ari Spears now?
Right.
When was the last time you see Ari Spears perform?
Especially in right.
When
now.
the fuck have you seen Ari Spears perform?
Not on IG
When the
Live.
fuck you seen him perform? When the fuck? Hey, DJ, pay attention. Hello, DJ Udi.
Yo, stop.
Hello, my youth. When is the last time that you saw Ari Spears
chimed
perform? Do you even know who Ari Spears is? He doesn't even know.
Yeah,
Nobody knows who you are,
know
bro.
Who Major Hype is though, right? Yeah.
And you know who White Yardie is? You know who Prince Marnie
Ew.
is? Talk on the mic. You know who the most people are that don't matter?
Hype us. Chime
they
in.
Are.
Give them a 1, 2,
It
now
doesn't
hype
even
us.
matter, bro. You miss your chance. You miss it.
Hype us.
Can I hear you? Go ahead, quick. Yes. Who do you know as a comedian?
Who are the comedians you know right now that you can think of off the rip? When you think of comedy, who comes to mind? Like in overall. Yeah. Could be Eddie Murphy, could be whoever. Yeah. We got people chiming in right now?
Yeah, them chime in.
Who Major Hype? White Yardie? Okay. Right.
All right, cool. So your point is made already.
Wesley.
I gotta go. Call me back.
Wesley, who are your favorite comedians of all
Fuck
time?
that. We're staying on Ari
All
Spears.
time.
You brought
Oh
up the
my
sore
God.
topic. We are
Oh
dealing
my-
with the
Yo,
topic,
Ari
bro.
Spears never in
Don't
life.
escape the
Yo,
fucking topic, bro. We're dealing with it.
Go. Sean,
I'm not
make
a
sure
man.
say he's riding on when Aries down here,
Bro.
and he's looking for the man down.
I am
Make
not-
Sure, yo,
I am
I'm
not a
like,
man.
Wes, he's here right now.
Yo, one thing
He's here right now. He's calling me out.
If you
man.
take anything away from this interview, I stand by what the fuck I say. What I say to you on sauce baby, sauce baby, sauce baby. Radio
Yeah.
is the same thing I say in my kitchen, in my bathroom, in my lobby, with my brethren. Same blood clot thing. I don't talk and hide. Right? So you brought up the topic and I started it. I'm finishing it now.
the topic, yeah.
Nobody knows Ari Spears. Not you, not your. Sorry. He doesn't know him at all.
Yeah.
You know him?
I
So
know
my
that. I
main
know
question
him.
was, when is the... So my main question... Hold on, wait.
What do you say? He used to work with?
Circle back. Even if you show him a picture of the man. My main question was, who has seen Ari Spears perform in the past 2 years? What article has printed Ari Spears' name? What social media has talked about Ari Spears? When have you been on his live? When have you seen his Instagram posts? Who the fuck cares about Ari Spears is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
But, circle back. And I'm going to get to the point now. The band charged me more than any other comedian that I have dealt with. And I had to go to him personally. I had to fly out and check him out of the show and show him respect. Because I'm like you, on the cusp of what TV told me was hot. I'm still believing that TV world. What they put up on a pedestal, what Much Music and Fox, I think it was the thing, Fox TV, Mad TV, what they told me was cool, I still believe in it. I'm still drinking the Kool-Aid. So I jump on a plane and pay my plane fare.
Still drinking the
to fly.
Kool-Aid.
I'm drinking the Kool-Aid, bro. I believe in it. And I say, yo,
You like the young sauce maybe in your alphabet cereal. You still
like this
waking
huge.
up first thing in the
I
morning with
wa-
that exact spoon
Bro,
right now in your diapers.
I walked up to the man
Yeah,
like
like
this
this
youth,
dude.
and I said,
No, you can't diss him, though. You can't
Mr.
diss him.
Ari Spears, sir.
can't diss
But I
him,
diss him.
Can't diss.
But I came, I tried to convince him that Sauce have mercy. I said,
That
Sauce.
one that bought it than
I said,
Ari Spears.
Hello, Mr. Ari Spears, sir. Sauce have mercy, please. I'm doing a show in Toronto. I'm missing the mic. I'm doing a show in Toronto. Please come do my show in Toronto.
Right.
I beg you. And the price he gave me was more than I paid for any other artist in life.
Yeah.
And I said, done deal. Paper bag, here is your money.
Right.
Got on my flight,
Yes.
went back home,
Yes.
built the flyer.
Yes.
Cool. This is part of Soul Food Comedy Festival 2017.
Okay.
Look it up.
Okay. Yes.
It's
I
North
remember Soul
America.
Food, yeah.
North America, not Canada. North America's first all-black comedy festival. 3 days, 20 shows over the 3 days.
Yes.
And Ari Spears is one of them. I have Michael Blackson, I have Lunel, I have Maja Hype, I have White Yardie, I have DC Young Fly and the whole Wild and Out crew.
Yes.
I have Rennie.
Yes.
I have Zach Johnson. And go
Lunel
down,
was
go down,
there
go
too,
down,
no?
go down. Lunel was there.
Lunel,
Did I say
yeah,
Lunel?
yeah.
Sorry, I went to say Lunel.
Big ups
Lunel.
Lou now for sure. Yeah.
Ari Spears was the worst selling show of the whole
my
fucking thing, bro.
gosh.
You sold no tickets, my nigga.
Holy.
No tickets.
You're saying
The same radio ad that went
Man
out
like
with
Styles
everybody.
was not there for Aretha. Man didn't even know about Aretha.
Bro.
Nah,
the
man, that's not an
same-
excuse because
the same
you're not too
flyer.
young enough to know about Shaq shooting bricks from the free throw.
Exactly, you're
If
not
you
too
know,
young.
you know, nigga. If
Bro.
you know, you know.
The same flyer
Like-
went out for everybody.
Because your uncle or your somebody's gonna tell you, yo, this guy was a guy in his time.
So I only paid him 50% in the paper bag, right?
It's more of an impersonation.
And I
guys.
said to him, yo, Aries, listen. Bro, I'm doing a festival. You're kind of in competition with all of these other shows, right?
You actually said that?
Yeah, I said, if I focused on just your show,
Yes.
I said, yo, bro, it's a 1,250 person theater, and I have
Yes.
200 tickets sold, not even at this point. I think it was less than 100, to be very honest with you.
Yes.
And if you want me to screenshot you for this part and show you the stats, I can show you the stats.
Right.
But I think it was less than 100. I said, sir, I can sell out your show, 1,250 people. I can
Yes.
do it.
Yes.
But I have to take everybody else out of the equation and
Yes.
just focus on you and showing them why they need to see your show, sir.
Right.
That's like going to a you and saying, I know you like fucking Tekashi 6ix9ine, brother, but let me tell you why Jay-Z is the
Serena, I might need a
best.
live just now soon.
The
Juice up the
best.
charger. We need a live.
Let
soon.
me tell you
Yes.
about this guy named Jay-Z, Tekashi fan. Let me just educate you. Let me just bring you up to the time or back to the time.
He's got the
when Jay-Z.
He's got the Fruity Loop spectrum in his
I
hair.
get it. He's entertaining. He's fun.
Oh, yeah.
He snitches. He does all the things that Jay-Z does not do. I get it.
Yes.
Let me show you why, right?
Yes.
I said, like, Aries, I can do that for you. I can promote it like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And this nigga had the audacity to fix up his mouth and say, hey, we can reschedule the show. But just know,
Oh
your
my
deposit is lost, bro.
gosh. Wow.
I said, pardon?
Pusswell of the century.
He said, yeah, no, we good, wait. We can reschedule the show. But that deposit, that's gone. And we could just do it another time. So I said, Mr. Aries Spears, sir, what you mean for telling me is the money that I paid you went to nothing.
Right.
And now you want me to pay you back that same money for the opportunity to work my ass off and educate people why they should see your show and I could potentially make $1, bro? Yeah. Fuck Aries Spears. He's a fucking pussua. That monsieur. Fuck that guy. To the fucking fullest. Man, I spit and everything.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy, bro. But that's the mentality of the old school people versus the new school people. Sauce, baby.
Yeah.
Sauce, baby.
Aries, you done lost the sauce.
Fuck.
You done
fuck
lost
Aries
the
Spears.
sauce.
Sauce, baby. Sauce, baby. Sauce, baby.
He's lost the
It's okay.
sauce.
It's okay. But no, real
But
shit.
big up to Michael Blackson and all the other things. Man.
Yo, Michael Blackson is a man that I used to pay 10% of what he's getting paid now.
Yeah.
Maja Hype is a man that I used to pay.
And he'll look down on
10%
Aries
of what
Spears
he's
and
paid
call him
right
a
now.
mother sucker.
Yo, I can
Yeah.
go to my. The difference between Aries Spears and Michael Blackson is I didn't work with Aries Spears pre Mad TV, right? Michael Blackson, when I met him, although he had BT Comic View and all these things under his belt, he was not dumb enough to think that that was the end of the world. I've
Yes.
slept on Michael Blackson's couch.
Yes.
I've been to Michael Blackson's house in Philly and in LA. I've
Yes.
been to Maja Hype's house in New York, his mother's house in New York, and his house in Atlanta.
Right.
I've been to White Yardie's house in
In the
London.
Destiny Villa Resort.
To the-
even
yeah,
in
we
Yardie,
went.
we're
Yeah,
out
there.
too.
I
Yeah.
went on family vacation with Yardie.
How
and
was
his
that like? Can I
family.
come next time? Gonna pack me in a
Yeah,
suitcase?
I mean, we can
I mean,
work
yeah,
it
like,
out.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know. This is
Pack me in a
sticky.
suitcase with me.
But the difference
Yeah,
is, brother,
yeah.
and I'm not, and don't get me wrong. Obviously, I got in those guys' relationships a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Than Aries Spears is.
Yes.
But the stupid part is, Aries Spears, where the fuck are you? I'm still here.
Yeah.
That's the dumb thing.
Yeah.
These
And do you know what I
old
could do with the
fucking
money that you
dinosaurs.
want?
No, but
Like,
these
what I could
old
do-
dinosaurs are
Yeah.
so stupid to think that they're around forever. You're not a diamond, you're a dinosaur. Diamonds last forever, ever. Dinosaurs turn into fossils, and we don't know about you.
Yeah.
DJ, when's the last time you have seen Aries Spears?
It's all like when you guys know
Fossils
you know,
don't make
you
sound
guys know-
effects, bro.
You guys know what it is.
Fossils don't
You guys
sound
know
like
it-
anything.
You guys know what it's a comparison? It's like when you have a smooth sauce that's sailing and it turns into clumps. You know when it gets spoiled? It gets spoiled and it's clumpy. And
Sauce,
and
baby.
you're like, it's
Sauce,
like a little,
baby.
like
He
duckets.
tried the
It's
transition.
duckets. You know what I mean?
He
No, but
tried
it's
the
not
transition.
smooth. It's not. It's not that.
No, but no, we are talk about that. Me know.
You know what I mean? Like,
We're gonna say some porridge, but the sauce.
let's
could
get
go
into
on.
the real sauce right now, because you know you're in the kitchen right now.
All right.
Okay,
We're
you know what I
cooking,
mean?
we're
Yes,
cooking,
you got the little, you
I'll
got
cook
the
what
not
I
little, you got your cooking thing going. Hype's kitchen right now.
Yeah,
Talk
man.
to me about Hype's kitchen right
You
now.
fucking,
man, 'cause
you hit the
I might be
nerve.
man there. Just took
You
off
hit
his
the
jacket.
nerve, bro. You
Hype's
hit the
kitchen right
nerve.
now.
And
Hype's kitchen.
Now at the point where I
Because
talk
you might
about,
have to draw for the sauce
at the point where I start fucking talking about
Yeah.
legends and telling them to go fuck
Yeah,
themselves.
I might
and
have
suck
to
their
get in
mother
on the
and stuff,
live.
like,
I'm
at that
chiming
point-
back into the live.
At that point, the
Hype
podcast
us.
can
Give
go
them a run
anywhere.
now.
The podcast can go anywhere after I
We
tell
can
a
go-
legend
we
to
can
go fuck himself.
Holy.
Like really and truly, bro.
Holy. I gotta get in there. I gotta chime back in the
But the funny
live.
thing is, Sauce, the funny thing is, like, really and truly, big on serious.
Yes.
If
Big on
I
serious.
seen the man
Hype
to his
already big on
face,
serious.
if I seen them,
Holy.
yo, watch out.
No. Yeah, we're live. We're live right now, but
I'm
I'm getting live for the Hype's kitchen, but I didn't mean to get live for the Aries.
No,
the
yeah,
Aries.
no. But I'm
Yeah.
about to put it. I'm about to. This is how we're gonna make people like get hype. Yeah.
So I can get you on there. Yeah.
I'm
We're
gonna.
back in live in effect. Oh, we're dropping
People will
off.
get live.
Are we
people-
in there? Yeah, we're in there right now. We're in there like swimwear. Yo, Kirby B, I
Angle your
see.
shit, bro.
Yeah, we
What's
got
going on?
an angles.
Angle. Just one.
Yeah, there we are.
Yeah, bro.
We can do a wide as
You
or.
want me to move my chair when you can just angle your phone. That's
But yo,
bro,
Hype's
what's
kitchen.
that?
City Slickin', I see you, man. Caddy
Alright,
World
man.
to the
Yo,
to
big-
till we're
big on
gone.
serious.
Come on, man.
people them get hype when we start talking about the drama
sis,
and
I
the
see
real
you.
things, right? But there's a lesson to be learned from that, and the
Yes.
lesson is
Salman,
not
I see you.
the lesson is not fuck Aries Spears. That's just a bonus point. The bonus point is fuck Aries Spears. Fuck Aries Spears is the bonus point,
Yes,
bro.
yes.
That's the bonus
So
point.
there's a-
That's
there's
what
a
people
hot
talk
segment
about.
where, yeah.
That's what people
We
get
got the
talk
Juice
about.
Comedy King in the building in case you didn't
That's it.
know.
That's the-
but
that's
right now
the-
we just
that's-
need you guys to know that we're boycotting Aries Spears. You guys remember that guy
The
from Mad
underlying-
TV?
no, fuck
Blessings,
Aries
Jackie. I see you.
Spears.
Ziggs God, I see
I'll
you.
give you guys an even better one.
Don't. The moral of this whole thing is don't be an Aries Spears, okay?
I'll give you guys a
Shout
even
outs to
better
the
one.
Major Hypes, to the White Yardies, but don't be the guy that thinks that
I'll give you
because
guys
of
a better
what
one.
he was handed to back in the day that you can just now come in a time of where what we have, what we don't, well, you know what I mean? The resources that we have and think that because of what your name was at one point, you MJ, you and MJ, you more like what was the nigga that used to gamble with MJ and on a documentary and he lost his hand. Nah, man. The next Antoine
ahead.
Walker.
He's
Don't
ahead.
be
He's
like
ahead.
Antoine Walker.
Don't ruin it for
Don't
me,
be
bro.
like
I'm
an
on
Antoine
Netflix.
Walker.
The
You
man
guys
has
remember the
ESPN. I'm on
documentary?
Netflix, bro. Chill. I don't expose details that I don't know. Bro.
Yo.
All right, listen.
Okay.
Let me break it down.
Let him
down
have
for
it,
you
Wes.
simple.
Yeah.
I said fuck Aries Spears because he wasn't getting with the times, and now I'm gonna go more abstract because this one hits a little bit more closer to my heart.
Yep.
And I'm not gonna really want to call no names.
Yes.
But there are people in this business
Right.
that I have personally built up.
Yeah.
I have personally paid more money than has ever been paid anywhere else in the entire
Right.
universe. Not even the fucking continent or the world. The universe. If aliens are pay them money, I me pay more money than that. Right?
Yeah.
There's people in that have touched my stage that nobody else would ever know this person's name
Right.
if I wasn't the person to bring them to the stage.
Yes.
Right? It's not Major Hype because Major Hype is still rich.
Of course. Right.
It's not White Yardie because White Yardie is still rich.
We're talking about that kid that.
It's not West Hype because West Hype is still rich.
Yeah.
When COVID lick, all the man them are still good.
Right.
And when I say rich, I mean we are not dead for hungry. We're not afraid to feed our pitney.
Right.
We know say everything is okay. We'll wait for a brighter day.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
My life soon start out. Not about to worry on them stuff there, right?
DJ level.
But there's-
Styles, come on.
But
now.
there's certain
Turn
men
up the Movado upon them.
that are
pussy
there
clown.
on the live begging for money right now. They want to start GoFundMe and them fucking it.
No. You know, you just call them Black Chinas.
There's certain
They're
men
Black
that have
Chinas.
GoFundMe for the COVID situation where if you just deal with the
They're
situation
Black Chinas.
properly,
They're Black Chinas.
if you just show the proper respect and say, you are the talent and me are the business mind. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yes.
Because you have to recognize what you are. Be real with yourself.
Right.
Recognize your weaknesses and either employ somebody to be your strength or educate yourself and research yourself and become strong where you once were weak. But there's certain people that feel that they need to cover up their weakness with more arrogance.
Right.
With more confidence.
Right.
With more fucking, I don't know, lives and talk and bravado and all that shit there.
Yeah.
And they're struggling right now.
Right. Yeah.
So we're not going to call out those people there. You know who you are.
Right.
But what I would say to the person that gets to experience this conversation, this live, this podcast or whatever, look into yourself and say, yo, really and truly, big on serious.
Now, we've talked about the struggles and the barriers. What are some memorable moments you can speak on? I mean, when it was back to work and even that, I mean, whether it could be not even just here, like a different type of city, that you just speak on some memorable moments that the Juice Comedy is, you know, taking you to. Places in your mind that you could just reminisce.
That sounds like mere braggadocio stuff you're trying to promote to me right now. I tour the world, brother.
Right.
Like just off of the back of if you'd asked me that question a little while ago,
braggadocio.
braggadocio stock, yeah. Bigger. I have to like almost scale back to go back into a more humble mode than what we're just talking about because I'm super blessed. First of all, I don't do much. It's God's will that allows certain things to go through because a lot of times something is teeter-tottering on whether it will go through or doesn't go through. And it's because you haven't gotten certain achievements. You haven't recognized certain things. Because of my relationship with God, when in my failure, I've recognized what he's trying to show me and I've fixed up and circled back and made that situation a beneficial situation. You know what I mean? Later on.
Turn to a blessing.
To a blessing. Yeah. So first of all, everything that has been come to this point is a blessing because I really, really listened to him. Right. And the most memorable times that like it's almost like the contradiction of what I just said because I love helping people and I love putting people on. So the most memorable times is when I took somebody that just was trying to do something and said, "Yo, forward, open up, do this thing here."
Right.
You know what?
Yeah.
I had the blessing to recognize White Yardie as a talent. And then when I went on tour with him, I was able to put 8 different comedians to open for him.
That we're not even close to the level that he's on. Yeah.
Nope. But 8 different comedians. I said, yo, come with me here to Montreal. Come with me here to Ottawa. Come with me here to Niagara Falls. Come with me here to Kitchener.
Tour with me, yeah.
Just outside of Toronto. Then I said, yo, in Vancouver.
I went to Hamilton too. Yeah.
Hamilton, all those
Last
things.
time,
But then even like crossover Vancouver and said, yo, went to an amateur night or had my brethren actually go out to an amateur night. Said, who do you like? Send me little videos. Okay, you, forward. Then Yardie took it a step further and said, yo, Vancouver guy, come with us to Calgary. Come with us to Edmonton. The same guy from Vancouver.
It's like a snowball effect now.
He never performed in a big show like that in life. Until Vancouver. And then we took him to Edmonton and Calgary. So the most memorable moments of this entire journey, brother, I've been a lot of super, super, super cool places. I've met a lot of my idols and all that. But the most memorable, like, I think what Maja Hype did for me in bringing me to Jamaica for the first time, and the first time when he introduced, when we went up to like Assassin's House and link with Ding Dong, link with Sarani, and
that set the tone.
Sprague Benz. No, what he did for me in that moment, the excitement and the enjoyment that he felt, like, yo, look at life, youth, is the same thing that I felt when I put certain people on stage with Maja. In certain places or whatever. So I don't quote me. I don't know what his biggest moments are, but I know the opportunities that he's given me and all the things that he would blessed each other with, the opportunities and stuff that we've blessed each other with. I feel that the biggest ones that for him are the ones where he put me and other people onto something. Right. And that for me is in terms, not when I was put onto something, that was big and it was great and it was exciting.
And that makes you feel good instilling that in other people and giving them the opportunity.
1,000,000%. So when you say most memorable, I could tell you the most memorable time was, yo, bro, when I went to Assassin's House and we started voicing tunes in the studio and everything was fucking crazy. I could tell you when I just went to a party with Ding Dong and he was just pouring me shots and like, yo. I could tell you when I witnessed a dance battle with
an assassin
Maja and Beanie Man like this, and I'm like, yo, that's Beanie Man.
Right.
That is Beanie Man, bro. Or backstage and thing when Ellie was like, yo, Wes, you can get me 2 seats. I'm like, Elephant Man is asking me for shit right now, bro. Yeah. Elephant Man has been my idol for how long? Now he's asking me, can I find him a seat? I can tell you it was all those, but those aren't the most memorable. It was more the pass it down type situations.
Right.
For me, where I got to say, okay, cool. Yeah, me and Ellie, we're good. Yo, Ellie, yo, give this guy one drop.
Yeah. No,
big up his podcast, please.
No, for real. Before I get off of JA right now on Yard, can we just take the time right now, guys? Can we just take a nice memorable time? I don't know if the young boy there would know, but to big up man like Oliver right now.
Oliver
legend
Samuel?
and Oliver.
Yes, Oliver Samuel.
Yes, Oliver Samuel. Sorry. Yes, Oliver Samuels. I thought I heard sound for a second, but no, Samuel. Oliver Samuels, man. And I could remember as far as growing up, I mean, like, Oliver was just like back to, I mean, like looking at that era, and this is stage. You know what I mean?
Stage performance.
Right.
And
a real
that,
stage performer.
Yo, if
big up
Maja
Oliver. Jackie
Hype,
knows. Big up yourself. Big up Jacqueline for me one time. Jackie,
big
big
up
up yourself. Big up to my big sister Jackie, because she knows. And Oliver, legend. You know what I mean?
Say Oliver legend right there.
Sauce maybe. Oliver is a legend. And Aries Spears is not.
No.
And West Hype and Sauce maybe.
Say
Yo,
Oliver's
I'm writing for you, broski.
No. Say Oliver's a legend again.
Oliver, you're a real legend on a real
and
life.
if Maja Hype or White Yardie ever diss up Oliver, I will box you in your face first.
And
time.
you guys are banned from all Juice Comedy
I will
Central
box
shows
you in your
ever.
face
And
first
Toss,
time.
maybe there's live and direct frontline with the goons, and you ain't even being able to come
Circle
into the
back.
venue. Yeah,
Oliver
we're circle back.
Oliver is not big like those guys right now. He hasn't done nothing like those guys right now.
Yeah, but if I
but
get
Oliver
old,
is
man,
a
legend. Legend.
What he brought and what he paved and what he did, you cannot dispute at all.
Like when I think Oliver, I'm not gonna lie. Like, and take it how you want. I'm thinking like Eddie Murphy. I think like Desmond.
Yeah,
All man
Oliver
like
don't want
Desmond.
that money though.
Oliver
Oliver don't want Aries Spears money.
All Desmond.
Oliver don't even want Maja Hype and Yardie.
Jackie, you
because
know.
Oliver knows his position.
Yes.
And that's why I will. I'm trying to think of a better word than to swear, but I will response. I will response for Oliver.
You'll be the first
through and
responders for
through.
Oliver.
For Oliver, because
Yeah.
Oliver said, "Yo, my time."
Yeah,
is
Springer, I
kinda
see
going.
you. Bim to the world.
My
Yes.
time's going.
Yes.
But in this new school version of the world,
Yes.
I have to give respect to who I have to give respect for.
Oliver was like, yeah, this
If I
held
said
it-
Oliver touched the
legend in
stage
the
of
comedy
Maja
world.
Hype or touched the stage of White Yardie, he's taking a fraction of their price, even though he's a fucking legend and they have
Right,
not reached
right.
that status.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the way of the world,
Yes,
people.
yes,
What
yes,
have
yes.
you done for
Tap
me
into the
lately?
live, guys. Tap into the live. Yeah.
Ooh,
Questions.
yeah.
Questions. Come on.
What have you done for
But I'm-
me lately? That's the world we live
Yes.
in, bro.
Yeah.
It's not about today. Enough of these, them young boys like, what song is he singing, bro? You have to know what era you're in, bro.
Right.
What
right.
era are you in
Yes,
now?
yeah. You gotta
what-
appreciate that.
What have you done yesterday? What have you done
Tap into
today?
the live, man.
Because in this
Go live.
fast
Go in on
forward
it.
life, when I remember MySpace, my youth.
MySpace.
What name MySpace?
MSN,
What
yeah.
name High Five? What name MSN? What name T.Wire? We're done with them fuckery, there, dog.
Asian
AOL and
Avenue.
them stuff there.
Asian Avenue.
We're not on those. At one time, that was our life. MSN was our life. Black
Right.
Planet was our
Yeah,
life.
our
And
life,
I depend that again, bro.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
stop talking about what
Yeah.
you once were. There's a
Yeah.
line in Shutters. So, the king of Miami. Or at least you once was.
Right. Yeah.
Big up,
You
R.I.P.
were the one
Louis
to-
Rankin. That's a Louis
Yo,
Rankin.
man. Off the hop.
Hey,
Yeah.
the king of Miami.
Yeah.
Or at least
Can't
you
ever forget
once
Louis
was.
Rankin. Yeah, no. Yeah.
That's
Yo,
it, bro.
yeah.
Things cross
Yo,
over,
time-
brother.
yeah, right.
And you gotta settle in your new position.
Right. And history also repeats itself too, and you know.
That's
things come back
yo.
in the
I'm
first-
glad.
full
I'm glad
circle.
you said that.
Yes.
Because I want to salute certain people.
Yes.
I want to salute again. This is the third time on this podcast. I want to salute Two Line Music.
Yes. Shout out to Muscle every time.
Shout
man.
out to Muscle because Muscle was a sound man, Radication
Yes,
sound.
if you know.
with Ninja and
Right.
Scorps.
Yes.
Then Muscle reinvented himself with selling the tapes.
Went on to selling tapes, right? In Malvern
You know
Mall,
why
if
his
you
name
guys
is
know
Two
him.
Line, bro? He sold the tapes. The tape. You don't, yo, my you don't know about them tape. You don't know about them tape.
Lines.
Tapes.
Yes.
It had 2 lines on it.
Yes.
2 Line music.
Music
Cut. Then he
cut,
got
yes.
the store
Yep.
in first.
Shout out to Muscle.
First in G-Way,
Yes.
and then moved
And then
into
Malvern Mall.
Malvern Mall,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
But then when that was slowing up and the mall was changing, right? What did he do? He flipped up and moved just the ticket sales, got an office, started doing his podcast,
Yes,
and
yes.
most recently, Drake took his podcast he did with Fire Kid Stevie and put it at the
Right.
end of his tune.
Yes.
That's like 4 or 5 decades this man is spanning, bro.
Literally.
Because you can call him, you can call him, you can call him,
stopping.
you can
He's
call him,
not
you can call
stopping.
him, and he's gonna
Yes.
pick up his phone and talk to you. He's
Right.
gonna talk about what he used to do with the cassette tapes.
Yes.
He's gonna talk about how, that he was the first man to meet Biggie and da-da-da. He talks to you like, what have you done for me lately?
Right.
I gotta reinvent myself.
speaking
right
volumes
now.
and he's reinventing
I have
himself.
to do it again right
Yeah,
now.
yes.
And what I'm doing every single day is putting in that fucking work.
Yes.
Joe Budden is another guy.
Right.
He didn't get hung up on the fact that pump.
Right. Yeah, because he got backlash from it, but look what he
it
did
up.
now. Right.
But now he's just a interviewer or whatever and doing his thing.
Right.
Noriega. What?
Yeah.
Another artist.
And people would have almost
their
thought they
artists.
were washed up at one point, and now
Washed
they're
up,
the biggest thing.
doing their
Shouts to
things.
Drink Champs, you know what I mean? Shouts to
Drink
Joe
Champs
Budden's
podcast.
podcast, right?
If my young DJ over there wouldn't know about these guys other than Drink Champs, other than this, that, and the third, but he'll go in and he'll be like, yo, what? Noriega? He'll be like, okay, what? Super Thug.
Shouts to the young boy in the car
Super
right now.
Thug. Download Super Thug right now. What? It'll change your life. It'll change your life.
He's not.
That's it. You know what I mean? That's it.
What?
You know another thing we have to remember? Is this a more hip hop podcast or a reggae podcast?
What? This is our
Everything
this
across
is
the board?
Yeah, we're open conversation with a touch of sauce.
What
right
you have
now,
to
man.
remember a lot of times with the hip hop conversation too
Yeah.
is what you're. Honestly, you don't want to age you. All right, don't want to age you. But let's just say you happen to be born in the early '90s, right?
Take that as a compliment, because I mean,
Yeah, no, we're not really
I'm
complimenting you.
Sauce
We're
Baby
just
is never
trying-
aging. Like, right? I take that as a.
We're not really
this guy
complimenting
goes,
you.
I
We're
know
just
how to
throwing
age
age.
you right
It was
now.
hypothetical.
I like my broski right here just said,
Yeah,
yo,
it was
this guy,
hypothetical. It was
yo, you
hypothetical.
know what Family said earlier? He said, you know what the problem is? He's even. I don't even want to get into certain races and things, but this guy said, you know what the problem is with other types is they just stress a lot.
This
You know,
is a
we're just
1988
setting
picture,
up,
bro.
and he just said that too.
Yo,
Shouts to
this
Kid.
is
Shouts
a
to Film by Fam. You know?
Hello,
Yes.
hi. This is a 1988 picture, bro. If this
It's literally
represents
a
you in
doll.
any way, shape, or form, this is a 1988 shit. No young boy is putting up this shit. This is 1988. Wait,
Yo.
you know when you had the picture with the blankets and you were like, yo, look it up,
Yo. Oh,
look it up with the blankets. That's what this picture is. You guys know the picture. That is that 1988 photo
the
shoot.
giraffe on the blanket, the light blue.
No,
you
the
know
blankets,
the colorway.
the
You know
blankets
color.
tipped over your head like
Yeah.
this.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you just
Oh,
look
it's over.
up.
Yeah. It's like the hijab
Everybody
look
knows
right
that
now.
picture,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah.
They had that fucking picture.
Yeah.
But anyways, but even if you're born in 1990, right?
Yes.
20 years before is 1970. So what we used to call old school when we're coming up in the 80s and 90s and early 2000s
Wasn't old school.
It's 1970. Now we're in 2020, bro.
Yes.
So that same 20-year gap is 2000, bro.
Right,
Do you know
right.
what music was coming out in 2000? Juvenile is
right.
old school.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Like Drake was out in like what 2008. It's funny that Drake has a song out right now called Deep
Oh,
Pockets.
shoot.
You
They're
seen
on
that? It
in
came
my
out on a new
Gmail.
thing.
Yes.
But the song Deep Pockets.
Yo, T,
I don't
also, that's what
know
I want
why
you to
that
do.
song is named
Ask him
Deep
questions
Pockets.
off the thing.
Yo, I don't know why the name of that song is Deep Pockets, but there's
Film if you want to. If
group-
Westfield's good at filming, yeah.
called Deep Pockets, which was Tech Reloaded, Blitz, and Young Tony. Okay,
Of course, yeah.
Parma Court. You know them, man. Their clique was called Deep Pockets. I did all their original artwork and whatever. But before I did their artwork and all that
Brown,
stuff,
All these guys in there.
no, there was just those three in
Oh, yeah,
Deep
D Brown
Pockets.
was in Deep Pockets.
No,
right, yeah.
hear me. Before I did those three people's artwork and really response for Young Tony, I had a beef with a next sound click, whatever you want to call them, in Whitby. I'm not gonna name their names because I don't really know them like that anymore, so I don't want to call them out. But we had serious beef. We made diss tracks about each other and everything. This is like maybe like 2002.
Was this way?
Right? Maybe even 2002, 2003. And the people them out in Whitby, right, got with
Well, there it is.
Young Tony. And Young Tony made a diss track for me. And we went head to head with diss tracks, rapping.
How do you do that?
And when I heard the diss track, I was like, yo, bro, y'all need to sign with me. He just dissed me up crazy on a track. And on an album, he's bigging me up crazy because I was like, business are business, bro. I don't even have no actual problems with you.
Should I keep this
but
like
the
this
way
for
you
now?
came on this track,
Although the wall
it's
is
fucking
there?
fire. And
the
then
charger.
we did a bunch of business together or whatever. that Deep Pockets, he had his click Deep Pockets, Young Tony, he's now Hush Moolah in OVO. And that's why I think that whole Deep Pockets thing is a circle or whatever. Because if anybody knows the business behind Hush and OVO, you know he's a guy. Shout out Hush, bro.
Yeah.
Hush is a guy. But that's
There's a lot behind the scenes too.
Hush temporarily for a small period of time was signed to me only because he dissed me.
What if we do it like this, no?
That's how I deal with business.
Or no?
Everything is.
You look at the potential more than anything else.
I don't take it personal. He said.
Yeah.
Oh man, I wish I could spit a bar against myself that Hush spit. I wish I could remember right now, but Hereditary, Hustler, all them big tunes from back in the day. Shout out Hush, Young Tony. But I'm not into the back and forth bullshit.
And
If
you
you're
guys will throw
if,
some fucking please.
We'll tell you to like.
you know what I mean? No, it's not
I
all
want
love.
you and
it's
Kid to throw some.
it's all war. Or if it makes me money, then it's business and then it's love. It's not all love. I would war you to the death for money. But if it makes more money for us to be aligned, then I'm going that way. It's not all love. It's not all love. If it doesn't behoove me, if it's not in my best interest to be affiliated with you, then it's war. It's war to the death. But if it behooves me, then you know what? Situations change. I'm more about my pocket than I am about my ego or my credit. Because I know who I am. I know my resume. I know my resume. But we have to have a conversation, man. It's all in the bread. I'm a very extreme person, which is why he was important to that brand, right? Because he's been consistent with keeping off the weight and whatever.
Routine, yeah.
I'm like extreme one way, extreme the next way. I'm like when I believe in something, I believe in anything. So hopefully it's sustainable. Hopefully it convinces me enough to be sustainable for life.
Right.
But with the juices, it was just in the winter. The price of the fruits went up a bit. It was harder to find the fruits. We took a break. And we're ready to come back. The whole COVID thing hit, so I'm hoping that the juices come back because we have we've been talking about immune system boosters.
Yes.
We're talking a lot about that, but we can't charge an arm and a leg for that product.
Right.
So we've been trying to work out the difference between like our market is
The branding's on point though, man.
Thank you,
Like,
brother.
and everything's just like you mean the fonts, the letters, it's just like everything is just.
Remember
Looks
I told
like it's
you
supposed to
earlier.
be Pusader's or one of those high-end grocery stores or like.
Yeah, but remember what I told you earlier? You develop a muscle, you do the exercises in one area, so that when you apply it to the other area,
There's muscle
you
memory.
don't have to you don't have to learn it again. So I built brands time and time again. So when I was ready to roll out with the cold compress, it was like that, right? I feel that people are very focused on numbers, and that's why I'm tempted to say numbers just to convince and drill the message home, but I don't really like to.
Right.
But we did 50,000 in sale in our first month, right?
Like literally. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fact. Call Chris Andre, call Kid,
Right, yeah.
and Axel. We did 50,000 in our first month.
Right.
We faced other
50,000 units, like yeah.
No, $50,000.
Okay. Whoa.
$50,000.
Right.
The units would be less.
Yes.
But as a startup business, that's muscle memory.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't just roll into a business.
Yeah,
and say
that's
whatever.
not something that
And we
you
had
are
our-
used to. It's not your first rodeo.
No,
It's not happening overnight.
We had our
Yeah.
fair set of challenges too on
Yes.
that 50,000. Because 50,000 in revenue.
Right.
If we spent 49,000 in expenses, that means only me and him split $500 each.
Yes.
So that's not you can't live off of $500 a month. So I'm not bragging in the sense of saying we're rich.
Yeah.
If me not rich this year, next
Right,
year,
right,
nah,
right, yeah,
but
yeah,
nah,
yeah.
talk about this thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that the average startup business would not do that in their first
Wouldn't
month of
last.
sales. You have to build up your muscle memory.
Yeah.
And I say that to say, circle back again, just in kind of giving little tidbits of what to take home.
Yes.
Even if you fail, those failures might be the thing that leads you to $50,000 in 1 month of sales.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Your first month of sales, because you failed, you did this, that, blah, blah, blah. That's why you learn the lessons for that. So we're cold compress.
That's where temporary defeat comes into play, and you know what I mean. You gotta like overcome certain barriers and use that to move forward, right? You can.
100%. So,
Yeah.
so to sum up your question before the card runs out.
Yes.
Yeah.
We put a new card in there. It's okay.
Oh, okay.
All
right. Well,
Yeah.
cold compress. Thank you.
Yeah, step it up forward. I see you. Yeah.
Cold compress is we took the break for the winter for Christmas and all that. I think we stopped actually for the New Year. Like we stopped probably about maybe December 28th, and we hope to come back 2 weeks in January, 3 weeks in January, get ready for the springtime. Get ready. The COVID situation hit, and we're just really just feeling stuff out now because we have a certain responsibility to the community to make sure that we're taking even extra measures in the thought process of sanitary environment and all that than we would normally take. It would just normally be FDA approved sanitary environments, but the last thing that we would want is to hear say somebody get COVID because of our something. I'm gonna dip on that.
Right.
I have too much other things that are going very well to hear West Hype and give COVID in the same sentence. Dip on that.
Yeah, no, definitely, man. We want to see the Juice comedy hit Denmark. We want to see, you know what I mean? We've got the advice for the youngins. We would know that the legacy when we would leave our mark, he's gonna say, "Yo, I was the one that gave Ari Spears and Def Us live in Toronto." You know what I mean? Like when he came down here, we banned him from the Juice.
Bro, I didn't ban him. The people did not purchase his show, and then I wanted to give him a Def House, but the Def House has not happened yet. So but you know why? Because you're almost kind of I don't want the double jeopardy. In the sense where you tell the people them that I gave him a Def House and I didn't. What he did not get the Def House yet. So when the Def House followed, make sure you know that's the first Def House. It's not double jeopardy. I didn't give him a second Def House.
He didn't get double jeopardy yet.
It's for the first thing. I owe him a Def House. But I haven't seen him since. So we're alright.
Yeah, man. Trust me. Yo, so Grenada, any plans on going anytime soon? You think like when's the last time you've been?
I'm not a real Grenadian. I've been so drawn by the Jamaican culture and the Jamaican artists and what's paid me good money and what I've loved that I know we are more about Jamaica than Grenada. However, my actual blood cousin that I used to play ball with when I was 6 years old in Grenada is the biggest artist in Grenada right now.
Okay.
Lil Natty, shout out to you.
Okay.
Youth.
Know them thing there.
Yo, I've seen you grow. And he's older than me too, but it's just the North American kind of perspective. He's always kind of looked up to me and what I'm doing. And very quickly, he is destroying the planet. With his
even the streaming, the YouTube, he's doing these things.
Everything.
Oh, he's a soca artist.
A soca artist, yeah. Biggest soca artist out of Grenada. Won Trinidad Road March in 2018. Killed it. He won it.
Wow.
When I really started to get to connect with him on a different level was in everywhere in the world I was going. When it was Miami, New York, or even here in Toronto or whatever the place, I seen him headlining the show, and it's me doing the biggest show that weekend on let's say a Sunday, and the Saturday want to go party. Him and close the show in the party. I say, yo, Cuzzo, you there? Yeah, man, come to your show tomorrow. I'm like, all right, cool. So because of him and the business that we've been discussing, I'm hoping to go back to Grenada. Different place. Tap the phone.
Shout out to all the DJs out there, monster. I see you.
Get in your section. Get in your direction. Hey,
Definitely,
get in your section.
You gotta bring back this syndicate. You might have to have a syndicate reunion, man. A reunion.
I don't know, man. We'll see. If I have dub plates like get in your section, syndicate, get in your section.
Hype was, where that? Hype was stick off on us.
Hype was go.
Yeah.
Hype was. Oh, there you are.
Yeah.
Hype was. We thought you just took off on us for a minute there, bud.
Nah, but if you
supposed to give another song, baby.
If you hear the songs, I'm not like it might seem simple to you. I'm just say yo, Little Natty and Thunder if you go and search, they are actually the biggest fucking
Artists
thing,
out there,
bro.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
big.
Like how you hear about Little Rick and those Sogar, like
Bro,
you're saying Little Rick ain't got none on Little Natty.
No, it's not that. No
Right,
disrespect.
right, of course.
It's just Lil Rick was Lil Rick in Lil Rick's time for the Bayesian artists. Lil
Right.
Natty and Tonda
Right,
for the
Grenadians,
Canadian
yes.
artists.
Just like Marshall and them are for the
for
Trinidadians.
Trinidadians or
Yeah.
whatever. So
Yeah, just like Sauce Baby is a Sauce Baby in the
So-
podcast where they
Sauce Baby. Sauce Baby.
That's what Hype Buzz are. Oh no, we don't got any Sauce Baby anymore. Hype Buzz are done. Another shot of Sauce. Another shot of Sauce. See? You see what happened?
Sauce
You see what happened?
Baby. Sauce
Tripping almost.
Baby. That's okay. That affects.
Yes,
but
sir.
one of those experiences I told you
Yeah.
where I was like went with Maja.
Yeah.
I was with Maja.
Yeah.
I was staying with Maja
Yeah.
in New York.
Right.
Labor Day weekend. Busta Rhymes picked me up to take me to the party.
I'm sorry. I gotta say, Busta Rhymes look like he done been eating too much sauce because he been looking like he just done gained like 180
Yeah, he
pounds.
will fold anybody.
Yo, he look like he WWE.
What the fuck you talking about,
Yeah,
nigga?
yeah.
Yo, he's on some different shit. He will fuck up anybody.
He looks
bro.
like he's on like some.
What you talking about, homie?
Yeah, yeah.
He's on some different.
You guys ever seen a meme of Busta Rhymes?
Busta had.
Literally, it's like he's drinking eating the chicken. He's like,
Yeah, but Busta had energy when
there's a meme of it. Like,
Yeah, but Busta didn't
Told you, too
lose
much
any
sauce.
of his energy, brother. So when Busta was a skinny dude with energy, now he's a big dude that will fold you with the same energy. Busta, I'm scared of. I'll tell you, I'm scared of Busta, bro. I'm scared. Busta's my brethren, and I'm scared of him. But anyways, we digress. It was Maja Hype. I was staying in his crib. Busta came, picked us up. We got to the place. It was Marshall show in New York for Labor Day weekend.
Yeah.
Spraga was on it.
Yeah, big up Sprague Benz, yeah, for sure.
Who else did I see there? Spraga. Spraga, Busta. Assassin was there. I can't remember the names, but you know who closed that show? All those names? My cousin.
Nati.
So the reason why I was there with Major or whatever, but Nati was like, oh, nah, come backstage. And I'm like, yo, I'm already backstage. I'm with Major. So he was like, yo, Major introduced people. He's like, yo, Nati, I already introduced that person. So it was just, the connection that was there was crazy because that was the official connection of everything that I've been working on and everything that he'd been working on, like come together in one place. Even all Che from Manifesto here.
Right, Manifesto, yeah.
You know that
yeah,
that's
Che, of course, Che.
Marshall's management.
Right. I
You didn't know that?
No.
Che manages
Okay, I didn't even know.
Marshall. So when I
Right.
seen Che, I was like, yo, what up? He's like, what up? I know you from Toronto. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yo, who you here with? I'm like, that's Maja Hype, my artist, and that's Lil Natty, my cousin.
Right,
Yo,
right.
pick your choice. And then
Yeah.
Marshall's like, yo, Wes. I'm like, oh yeah, I actually know Marshall too.
Right, yeah.
So it was like the whole situation all coming together. So yeah, man, if you go, like all that was to say, like, Natty is not no fucking joke, bro. He closed Marshall's show that night.
Yeah.
The Natty and Thunder, trust me, look them up.
Yeah. Out there,
So
they're
the
ready
only
for
reason
it.
why I go back to Grenada is because of them Monday. I'll hopefully I asked them to dub me as an honorary Grenadian.
Right.
And make
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
My
We should
blood-
get that dual citizenship.
Yeah.
You can just
My blood is there, but
take
I
off in times of Corona like this right now.
I want to know how to make oil dong and I want to know how them stuff.
Yeah.
I've been to Grenada's beach and as a youth, but want to know the
Both
reasons.
parents are
for
from
the
there?
things. Yeah,
Okay.
that's the
Well, you're
funniest thing.
Torontonian born.
Torontonian born
Yeah.
and Jamaica adopted me before Grenada did. So
Right. Yeah. That's what's up, man. I mean, keep building them tents at home, man. Keep building your tents.
don't bring that
Keep
up,
building
bro.
your tents.
Don't bring that
I
up,
heard
bro.
about, you know what I mean? I see there's different ways you've been occupying your time, but man,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Whether it's live, whether it's building the tents, or the
But the
you know,
Hype's
VB
kitchen thing is what's really
and
getting
the
me
Hype's
popular.
kitchen is
Yeah.
like I said, the podcast we said was a bit on a standstill, but the Hype's kitchen, you're
Hype's
literally-
Kitchen. So what I'm doing with Hype's Kitchen is
It's a food channel.
I'm building a food channel.
Yes.
And I'm putting all the recipes that people have suggested into like a draw of the hat.
Yeah.
It's all stuff that I've never made before. And I'm drawing it, and then I'm calling on certain lifelines.
Right.
We actually started the first episode a little while ago. It was jollof rice,
Okay, giraffe. Yeah.
and I called
It's a
Femi.
Ghanaian.
Ghanaian and Nigerians
Niger.
both claim that dish.
Yes.
And I called Femi Lawson,
Yeah.
and I called Michael Blackson
Right.
on how to make the dish. Femi got his mom to make me some jollof
Right.
and sent the jollof to my house.
Was that live too, or? No?
We have little clips and all that stuff,
Okay.
whatever. Me and Femi are going live with the conversation.
Yeah.
But it's just the whole put together, the whole thing. And eventually I'm gonna make jollof, showcase it. I'm actually gonna change it up and make jerk and jollof.
A jerk jollof.
No, it's gonna be jerk chicken separate. I'm not gonna say I'm advanced enough to jerk up the jollof. I'm gonna make jerk chicken with jollof rice, and then when I put the recipe out, the show is called Hype's Kitchen Challenge, and that means that I'm gonna show exactly how I came to do this for my very first time, and if I can do it for my very first time without being classically trained or anything, Nana's kitchen was the first kitchen. My grandmother taught me how to prepare these meals for the first time. That's what taught me my basic skills, and now these new recipes I'm trying for the first time. So you can try it too.
Now we're continuing the essence and the blessings, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys how I prepared it, and then you do it too. And I'm betting that most people's dishes are gonna be better than mine. I want that to happen.
Yes.
I really, really want you guys.
Yeah.
But I want it also to encourage you to cook
Just
something.
like we wanted Hype us to know that he was wrong. We want you guys to try more of that hot sauce, more of that.
No, it's not the same thing, bro.
He said sauce is
It's not the same thing. I want hypers to know, don't be so sure of yourself when bigger heads are in the building. That's what I wanted to know.
We're gonna have to change his name. We're gonna have to change his name to Hyper Reaction, because he's just reacting so quick and thinks that he comes to the conclusions, but he's wrong.
He thought he knew. He thought he knew.
He thought he knew. We'll give you an A for effort, but Oren just done your whole run in one sitting. Yeah, so it's about time.
Yo, I'm really gonna have to.
Is there extra TP in the washroom? Because you know the price on the TP.
Just so
The
you guys
price
know,
on the
I'm
TP
really-
done went up. The
Yo,
price of the toilet paper done went up.
I'm really sending out $100 to Oren. Just so you guys know, you guys cost me $100 just for the bet.
I want to give a big shout out now that we're shouting out Oren and we're shouting out Hype Us Run Belly one time. We want to shout out to Candy Cakes for this amazing. Everybody that tuned into the live, Serena, the battery's on low, so we might get a little next recording of this because Candy Cakes, big up yourself. Go on, big up yourself. Both Candy Cakes. But Candy Cakes right now, yes. We'll do a whole separate big up for Candy Cakes. You can chime out of that. We're done with that for now. I wanna do it just you can even camera roll, whatever, you know what I mean? I wanna give one time a shout out for Candy
Ask him
Cakes.
what his involvement, connection with Division.
Ooh.
That's
That's
secret
up
on
and
the-
coming right now. You need to know about that.
me?
People
Yeah.
want to
Shout out
know.
to my guy Ricky
Yo,
though.
what? Y'all
Shout out to
want
Ricky.
all the tea on this
Shout
one
out to Ricky.
podcast,
All the team.
You want everything on one podcast.
Okay, let him
man.
answer that and then I'll just get you
Oh,
doing
yeah,
a video
I ain't gonna-
of
I ain't
Candy.
gonna record that. That's
Yeah.
No, you can record whatever. I'm anything. Yo, I say that I hate my sister. I will tell her to her face, and you can say it on the fucking video, and I'll tell her to my face. Doesn't matter. Like I'm 100% transparent.
No, he's not.
I love my sister. My sister is my life. But I'm
You
saying
have
I
more
will
siblings or
say I have 4 siblings.
Are you still recording, Keach?
Yeah.
Yeah. But if I said it, then I'll own it later on.
Are you doing it all ahead of time right now?
I wouldn't. I don't say things for the hype.
So that
despite
when we're
my
done, you
name.
don't have to do all of it. You're doing
I
all
like
of
one.
it.
If you say anything for the hype.
But it's still recording.
And you're still trying to figure out how it's recording?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Shout out to
All right,
Planet.
sorry. 5 minutes.
Shout out to Planet, man. We still going. It's late hours right now. It's
It's
done
like
almost
Joe
midnight.
Rogan fucking podcast right now.
Hype was getting the run belly soon. Say yo.
Yo, I'm actually gonna put this on
Hype was-
live
Yes.
for my hidden agenda.
Get dangerous, bro.
It might come out in this conversation, but
Definitely.
we'll see.
So should we continue our?
Go ahead. What you want to ask me?
What were you? So you want to
Asking
know
about
your
Division,
you know the
seeing
relationships
about
and division. Of course, like I said again, shout out to Ricky.
What you know about? What you know
Division,
about? What you know about division?
I know division will take away certain man's yell because they're on that type of time right now. But I mean, no, shout out to division. They make smooth music, man. Some smooth brothers. Man.
Yeah, because I have to know what you know about division before I answer your question. Division is my friend, but I want to know what you know about division before we go, because we can't have
As
a
the
surface.
collective, would we say? Or?
We can't have a surface level conversation about
Well,
division.
I know that you know more than I know about division, so
Yeah.
we
So
like
surface
to finish
level
those.
division.
Yes.
All right. Division signed to OVO and they're my
Of
friends.
course, right? And they've been around for quite some time.
Very long time.
Yeah.
How long?
Over a decade for sure, I would say.
Kind of.
Much days.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Division just released their 3rd studio album,
Right.
April. I want to say 17th. It might have been 17th or it might have been 18th.
Yes.
It's called Amuse. I don't know, Amuse in her
Amuse.
image.
What's it called?
Let's just call it Muse, but like
Using our feelings or
in her feelings. No, I want to say Amuse in her image, but it didn't sound right. Amuse in her feelings. It just dropped.
Amusing our feelings. Yeah.
It features songs from My Bridge and Popcorn.
Yes.
My idol who I never met yet, like one of the icons in music, Buju Banton,
Right.
Ty Dolla Sign,
Right.
a bunch of other people.
Yeah, shout out to Ty Dolla, one of my.
And if you've paid attention to Division's albums, they've never had features on their albums. I don't think at all before.
Right.
So this is just them.
I don't think so either. No.
Yeah, I don't think so. So this is them delving into a different realm. But if you break down Division, it's two different people. One is the producer, 1985.
Yes.
1985 is responsible for hits like I better find you love, I better find, and they used to call me on my cell phone. Hotline Bling, a bunch of other songs for Adele, R. Kelly,
Yes.
the list goes on and on and on.
Yes.
That's 85. Division, Daniel, the lead singer,
Yes.
is responsible for ghostwriting. And in R&B, it's not really called ghostwriting. Like
Right.
that. It's
But
called
they play the role in a bunch of different aspects other than people just thinking, hey, I haven't heard from Division or
It's not
their own,
ghostwriting.
right.
Ghostwriting has like a negative stigma in hip hop, but doesn't really have that same negative stigma in
Yeah.
pop music or
Yeah.
R&B. But he's written for a lot of big artists.
Right.
Yo, how does it
I can't even go into his resume like that because I
Right.
grew up with 85.
Yes.
And they came together we're in 2020, probably 2016, and formed the group Division. Because of all the great work that 85 have been doing with Jersey, they were signed to OVO Sound as a entity, as a collective. Yes, 2 of them, and they were able to release the project exactly. And don't quote me on this, but I think it was exactly the way that they wanted to release it.
Right.
I feel that Division is a group under OVO, and OVO Sound is also a label that lets the artists to release their music exactly as they want to release it.
Right.
So whether that's big, small, commercial,
Whatever level
non-commercial,
right,
pop,
yes.
whatever, they release their music exactly the way it's supposed to be released, as the artist them intended to be.
Right. And even in the timeline that it needs.
So
to
my
be.
relationship with Division is 85. I've known him since grade 8. We grew up very closely together. I helped him put up drywall in his first studio when we were like 14, 15.
Yes.
I voiced my first artist in his studio when I was 15, 16. And he's grown and grown and grown and collected Junos and Emmys. Emmys is TV? What's the not Oscars, but something. He actually had an Oscar too.
Oh wow. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he has a lot of stuff. For Hotline Bling, Hotline Bling won an Oscar. I believe.
Yes.
Is Oscar correct? Is Oscar
For what? For
movies?
Hotline?
Is Oscar movies?
Grammys is music and
Grammy, sorry,
Yeah,
Grammy.
yes.
My fault.
Yes.
Don't. I'm not involved in any of them stuff, but I know he won a Grammy.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he moved on to do huge and super big things.
Right.
And we just remained on our brethren love. I'm like, yes, bro, you remember the girl you used to talk to back in the day? You see her, Jeff? 4 kids. No,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
Our level of thing. I don't
Right,
get into the
conversation.
politics and
Right,
da-da-da.
yes, yeah.
We talk about business to a certain degree, but we are
Organic and
just
valuable friendship that you guys
Exactly.
have maintained over the years.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like there's a certain level
that's
of
what it's
talking
supposed
about
to be, yeah.
petty stupidness
Right.
that maintains what you're doing and what I'm doing and keep them separate
Yes.
and just maintain that friendship.
Right,
So
yes.
neither one of us have to feel obligated to each other
Right,
or whatever.
right.
We have that.
Nobody's let down or right. Yeah,
Exactly.
Yeah, it's true.
Not so much let down. I wouldn't even go as far as that.
Yeah,
but just obligated
Yes.
to do certain stuff.
Yes.
I'm not asking a favor and you're not asking me a real favor because we're still linked as brethren.
And like I said one more time, shout out to their manager Ricky, who's also a good friend of mine. Rashad knows also that is we come from the Remix Project, come from Teasdale actually, and been like it comes from almost like like where a place where a lot of people have come from and literally, like I said, going back to using your resources wisely, he is a good example of that, and did so, and you know, I don't like to say hard work, but like back to we can use words like repetition, or like you said, the mother, like just bettering himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In
And
order
I
to
co-sign Richie. I don't know him as long as you.
Right. Yes.
But I
yes.
was with him on tour.
Right.
And he handles his business and he does very
Right.
well.
Yes.
He
Yes. Yes.
He's a man that
Executes and
Daniel
doesn't take it for a joke.
Daniel
Right.
Bailey,
Yes.
who had songs by himself before Division.
Right.
Did his thing. Like, when you go back to 10 years.
Yes.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, you're right. Like maybe even more than 10 years. Daniel Bailey had put out songs, and I didn't really get to know him until through. I knew him from the whole time, but I didn't really get to know him on a level through 85. We were touring together or whatever, and more recently we've had a lot of like going. He's come to a lot of the comedy shows and just even after the tours, the after party and them stuff there. That's one of my real bridges, no, for real.
Daniel,
And that's 85. Sorry, that's Daniel Daly. So
Yes.
Daniel Daly like with 85.
Yes.
And Division, Rida, they're the most talented group out of Toronto when it comes to someone that I feel is super underrated.
Right.
But they like it that way.
Yeah.
They like to be the underdogs, and that's our battle.
Yeah.
Like, bro, be louder.
Right.
You're the best.
Yeah.
Be louder.
It's
Show
like,
more.
I feel like when Weekend first came out, he was a bit on that like he didn't show his
Same
face too
thing.
much, but now he kind of like he broke out, and they're just maintaining that like underground. I mean, that's like you see Party did some writing and stuff, and they like I said, they're jack of all trades. Those guys.
Yeah.
When you can say
Party,
the
I believe, on the
engineer,
album too. I met Party through those guys
Yeah.
and everything. Like, yo, they're doing amazing things.
definitely.
And keeping it exactly. I understand the other side of the perspective with keeping exactly how it is quiet. The people who need to know will find out.
Right.
Like the people that love that type of music will appreciate that type of music.
Right.
The word will spread.
Yeah.
They don't need to go into commercial gimmicks and all them stuff there.
Yeah.
Really,
It's true.
And I overstand it.
Yeah. Sometimes you like it, but like you don't always want to be the person that
I feel like I say
walk
that
into the mall and they're like, hey, or in the gym, hey, or Division.
Yeah. I feel like I say they're the most underrated, and they pride themselves on being underrated. Alright? That's it. They always know that they're not that their potential is so much more than what people realize. So I feel big up to them. My brothers, love them.
Yes, man, definitely. One of the last things I was gonna get to too is you were working on a brand, your own brand.
Which one of them?
Yeah, which one of them?
No, for real. Like which one of them?
Was it not like with the West brand itself, like with something to do with like?
Oh yeah. Well, West Hype is always a brand,
like-
a professional risk taker.
Right. Yeah.
I've been pushing more of the behind the scenes stuff.
Right.
Success and Other Drugs is another one of my brands.
Yes.
And if we just let's limit to
It's
the
almost
Success
like
and Other Drugs.
how you have like Complex and then you have shows on Complex. That have-
Yeah. But let's
Hype
if you want to say
Yeah.
the West Hype brand is Success and Other Drugs, let's just call it that.
Yes. Okay.
So the Success and Other Drugs brand is about the story behind every successful person that you know that I even happen to be around.
Yes.
What my involvement is from A to Z.
Oh.
And that goes back to what I was talking to
Influence.
Serena about earlier. Is like
Yes.
when I wanted to meet Maja
Mm-hmm.
to when I booked. Sorry, correction. I never wanted to meet Maja. No disrespect. But what I wanted to do work with Maja to actually meeting Maja was a simple DM to say, yo brother, today,
On some
this is what I want to
business.
do, and then
That turned into something.
fly out to where he is and him welcome me with warm, open arms, because just flying out to where he was at showed him more like warmth, more commitment, more commitment really.
Yes.
Than people had showed him before. Like, yo, the man came from Toronto to see me. Cool.
Yeah.
So people ask me, yo, how did you end up managing this person, that person, that person? How I ended up managing them was just following the fucking logical path of where he was there, so I went there.
Right.
That's really what happened.
Right.
How did you end up managing Maja Hype? He was in New York, so I went to New York.
Yes.
Period.
Taking that step and just going.
The better question is, how did you know Maja Hype was worth getting on a plane for and flying out to see? And that's a vibe. That's just me believing in the man. I'm gonna say, yo, I'm looking.
And how
at
many
this
years ago
phone
are we
screen.
talking now?
Not that long, bro. 2014.
Right.
6 years.
Yeah.
And he went from charging me $500 to being worth 10 times that. No, 10 times that's 5,000. More than that. Like
Yeah, that's
fucking
maybe
20 times, 30 times, 40 times that, bro. The first time he charged me, for a show was $500.
Yeah.
Now if I said yo, Major, I have $500 to this person just wants to say happy birthday to so and so. Yo, is it your brethren? Yeah, a whole bunch of questions. I'm like, no, I can have $500.
Yeah.
And that's just that's nothing to knock him as a person at all.
Right.
It's just when you the growth as a person, what you're willing to do. It's not even about time really.
Yeah.
It's about okay, what am I like giving up?
What am I
for that?
sacrificing?
Like how do I if I say a happy birthday to this special person, how special is it if I do it for 500?
Right.
At one time it was for 50. The next time it was for 250.
Right.
Next time for 500.
Right.
I was like, it's not that it
How
really,
valuable? How much value are you?
it's not that I need $5,000 to do this, but how much do I want this person to cherish
Yes.
this thing?
Yes.
I'm gonna get him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like the same reason why people still line up for Jordan.
Yeah.
Jordan just hasn't played for 20 years.
Right.
How much years Jordan hasn't fucking played?
Exactly. Yeah.
Maybe not 20, but you get my point.
Yeah.
We still line up for the Jordans.
Yeah.
When Jordan dead, we'll probably line up twice as
Right.
long.
Yeah.
Alright?
It's not a bad up. It's a Dr. Phil couch. It's for you to learn. It's not bad up. It's for you to experience.
It's my profession, eh?
Yeah, listen to
What,
me.
the Apple thing?
Listen, what's your name? What's your name? What's your
I thought you were
name?
gonna say the Apple.
Sarita?
Yeah.
Sarita, when I speak to you, Sarita, and it speaks to you, it's not for you to feel bad against anybody else in the room. It's not that. It's for you to look within yourself and say, do I personally identify with this? Because if you personally identify with this, then call yourself out on your bullshit.
I really was. I was over here sitting there. I was like,
Yo, let me tell you this.
that was me.
I posted this about the find yourself versus create yourself. That was a post I made for me. It wasn't a post I made to call anybody else out. I called them out, but it was for me. And when that post came about, it was
it's
about
all zeros.
It was a long in this COVID situation. A lot of people are talking about people saying, "Oh,
You can start rolling anything.
yeah, I saw a post that said, let me see if I can quote the post correctly. It said, "This is a pandemic, not a productivity competition."
Okay.
That's for you, yourself, personally, Mr. and Mrs. Pussua. If you have a problem with that, that is your fucking problem. It's a personal problem. If you go and look at a muscle man and say, well, not everybody needs to be muscular like that. Some of us have thyroids and some of us don't have the time to prepare meals, whatever. Mr. or Mrs. Pussua, that is your problem. If you see people traveling all around the world and say, well, we all had sex early, but I had a kid, and because I had a kid, it caused this and this and this problem, that's for you, Mr. or Mrs. Pussua. That are your problem. Because there's people with kids, there's people with thyroid, there's people with one arm who is doing better than you in life.
Yeah.
There's a man with skateboarding with no legs that's skateboarding better than you, bro. The man with no legs is skateboarding better
There's
than
a wheelchair.
you.
Whose
Whose problem is that? Is that your problem? It is. Is that your problem? It is. Is that your problem? It is. Because the man with no legs, he's skateboarding better than us all. Fuck. Why would I never skateboard better? I wish I could skateboard like the man with no legs.
Let me know something right now. Talk to me about. Sorry.
But hold on. Let me
Yes.
give you the opposite side of that. Right? Because it's not about your fault,
The
your fault, your
logistics of
fault.
the reverse.
The reverse side of that.
Yes.
Do you give a fuck about
Couple
skateboarding?
more of those. I love those. Yeah.
Do you care about skateboarding?
Me personally,
Do you care about skateboarding?
I could, but I don't.
You don't. Hello, miss. Sorry, I forgot your name. I'm
Serena.
so sorry. Serena. Do you care about skateboarding? So
Juju on the beat.
the fact that the man with no legs skateboards better than you with 2 legs doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you don't care about skateboarding. Lego off of the fact that you care about skateboarding and say, I don't give a fuck if the man with no legs skateboards better than me because I don't care about skateboarding. If you want to start a business and the man with no arms starts a business better than you, right? I don't know what the fuck. No. Lego off of the fact that you don't want to start a business. You do not want to start a business.
Right.
So, hold on. Let me finish my part. I don't care about the cameras or the mics. I'm talking to just you right now. Stop convincing yourself that you want to start a business. Just say, I'm comfortable working my 9 to 5 and relaxing. Relaxing is my shit. Watching Ozark is my shit. Right. Watching 90 Day Fiancé is my shit.
You're going with a thing because Jess Alex is hailing you right now. He's saying, just
accept the fact. Fuck everybody else. Fuck everybody. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. I care about me. I care about my opinion of me. You can't tell me more about me than I can tell me about me. You can't. It's impossible for you to tell me more than I care about me. So if you have something to say about me more than if you want to check me, yo, bro, you never did this? 2 things. 1, I'm fucking up. If I want to skateboard and the person with no legs is skateboarding better than me, I'm fucking up. I need to do more. Number 2. Number fucking 2, Hypers. Listen.
Hypers, this is for you.
Don't care about skateboarding. So stop telling people you care about skateboarding. Stop saying you're going to be the biggest skateboarder in life. Stop wearing skateboard t-shirts. Stop wearing skateboard shirts. Stop wearing skateboard shoes. You're not a fucking skateboarder. So don't play the role of a skateboarder when the man with no legs is skateboarding better than you. You're not a skateboarder.
Right. Yes.
I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, bro. No, but here, big us here. Circle around, circle
Money
around,
Heist
circle
is better
around,
than
circle around,
Ozark.
circle around, circle around, circle
Do you
around.
guys agree?
Circle around, circle around. Fuck
Yes.
that. I'm agreeing with nothing. Circle that.
Right.
Circle around. If you don't actually, in your heart of hearts, if it doesn't speak to your soul, if you're not passionate about it, stop telling people you're about it. Don't say you want to be a rapper because that's the way you think it's the way out. Don't say people you're a real estate agent because you think you're going to make the most money. Do what speaks to your soul and your heart and your passion. And if you look to somebody else that's doing better than you in that field and you can't relate to what they're doing, it's not for you, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with working a 9 to 5 if you're a 9 to 5 worker, brother.
Right.
There needs to be that. It's the problem
Only
with
you
people,
can change that. Right.
It's the problem with people saying skateboarding is the coolest thing. Lil Wayne said that skateboarding is cool, and I need to be a skateboarder. So the fact that the man with no legs is skateboarding better than me doesn't bother me. You're not a skateboarder.
Yeah.
You're not.
Yes.
So stop telling people that you are. Just accept the fact that you're not and go find cake making.
Yeah.
Maybe you're the best cake maker ever. Right. Maybe you're the best basket
nice.
weaver
Big up yourself.
ever. Maybe you're the best travel agent ever. Maybe you're the best fucking McDonald's worker ever because you leave, you bring Big Macs home to your gal, and she fuck you for that.
Yeah.
And she fuck you good too. You have the
Is
best
there a
life.
censor on the... Is there a censor here?
You have the best life.
Hype us. Give him a sauce.
I do nothing. I make Big Macs in my spare time. I bring them to my girl. She fucks me and sucks me really, really well because of the Big Macs that I make. And it all makes sense to me. Don't be something you're not, brother.
I think we might have kids in the live one.
I don't care about the kids. The kids need this information.
Sauce, let the kids, man.
The kids need the information.
Right, yeah,
Are you
we
gonna
need to
pour
know.
the hot sauce on the little youth something there? You're not ready for that, my youth. Ik ta gaan bon up your something daar.
Still Daddy Rico, I see you, man. Live in the cut. Daddy Rico, I see you.
I'm not on my live, bro. These guys are used
I
to
must
me.
give us a sauce, baby.
These
boy.
guys are used
Get
to
on
me.
the live, man.
All
Okay,
right,
and
calm
now,
down.
so
We're back
let's
back to our regular schedule.
back to the
program.
sauce, back to the Hype's kitchen. Talk to me because I want to say what you bring to the table.
Hype's
what's going on?
kitchen?
No, I just want to know all about Hype's kitchen and I mean that's obviously back to like we discussed crafts and hobbies and it's
Yeah.
something in the growing up we've come from. Am I getting like? Okay.
Messages
Sauce,
are coming.
baby.
Messages
What?
are
Yeah,
coming.
like okay, where did it derive from, and what inspired it? I mean, because we come from different culture, diverse backgrounds and whatnot, and I mean, which I want to get into that in a bit.
So Hype's kitchen.
Yeah, man, you like to cook. I can tell.
Yeah, okay. So Hype's kitchen. When I was about maybe 12,
Right.
that's when that was the first time, which is probably a little bit older than most people. That was the first time I was home alone.
Right.
And my mom, that's the first time my mom was like, because before that my grandparents lived with me.
Yeah.
And then when I was 12, we moved and my grandparents moved back home. And that's the first time that my mom was all gone at work and there wasn't my grandma or my grandpa there in the crib. So that was the first time when she said, take the chicken out the freezer
Yeah.
and tie it out.
Yeah.
And make sure when I come home,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
season it.
Yeah.
I never did take out the chicken from the freezer.
Yeah.
So that means when it thaw out, me have to season it.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? So it was like one of those
You have
things.
to learn something
It
here
started
now.
off as a
Yeah.
punishment, to be honest.
Yeah.
I was supposed to take it out when I got home at 4. So by the time she comes home at like 8, she can season it.
Yep.
But when she came home at 8 and it wasn't thawed, I have to take it out at 8. And by 12 o'clock, I season it.
Right.
So I got to learn to season chicken.
Yes.
And the first thing when I just used to season chicken, that's it. And the first thing that when my grandmother came back from home and she was there for the summer or whatever,
Yep.
she taught me how to stew chicken
Right. Yes.
and take the sugar
Actually
and
stew-
brown
actually
it up
stew
and
chicken.
Yeah. Sauce, baby,
Baby.
sauce, baby,
Background
sauce,
noise.
baby,
Background
baby,
noise.
baby.
Yeah. All right,
So-
pal. Yeah.
Anyway, so when that happened, that's when don't worry about them, dog. Don't worry about them.
Yeah.
When them teach me how to sauce up the sauce.
Yeah. For real now, yeah.
Create the sauce
Yeah,
because
you
when
know
you're
it's stew, it's
when you're
yeah.
creating the stew chicken, you first have to take the little oil and then you take the brown sugar and you stir up the brown sugar
Yes.
and you make sure the chicken is all covered in the
Yes.
browning and you take the hot water, you put the chicken
I'm all
out
man.
there.
I would even use brown sugar to like make my browning if I didn't have.
Yeah,
browning.
that's what I'm saying.
You
That's
know
what I'm talking
already,
about.
you know-
Yeah,
you
no,
know it's
yo,
already-
notice I
put it
never
on
said
high,
buy
you
Grace
let it
browning
bubble up
and then
right,
pour it. No,
that's
I
how
said
you get the
you get
brown.
the iron
That's how you get
and
the
you
base
pour in
now.
the brown sugar
Yes,
and you
yes.
start build up the sauce,
Yes,
baby.
yes, the
sauce,
oil and the brown sugar,
baby.
yes.
That's
how
the
you
core of the
stew chicken,
sauce.
Yes.
So from I learned to season chicken, that's the very, very basics. Cleaning chicken, season chicken. And then I learned to stew chicken.
Yes.
Everything else was just kind of easy after that,
Yeah.
where I just kind of learned more and more things from
Everything
other
else was
people
just
and whatever.
baby
It was just
Everything
easy
was
after
like,
that.
like, literally like.
But that was
Yeah,
early
very,
on.
very,
That was
yeah.
very, very early on where I could always make my food. I remember my first girlfriend.
You cook for her.
Yo, bro, I was
for
like,
her.
I was like 16,
Right.
and I left from. At least time I lived in the East End, Durham.
Yes.
And went way up Aquila and Finch.
Yes.
And she never have no food in her fridge.
Right.
I go buy up the little chicken and cut it up and season up. Yo, you want to see how they get a premium this You just make this up at
She wants
16,
somebody
bro.
to cook, so she said yes.
And I was just hungry.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
what I know how to do
Yeah,
when I'm
yeah.
hungry.
Yeah.
But like that I'm like, oh, I might be onto something
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
But yeah,
So it's not just a typical, I'm going to bring you to a little Italian little place.
bro, I'm 16. I can't afford no Italian.
Yeah.
I couldn't afford a McDonald's combo. You know what it was? It was I could get 4 McDonald's combo for everybody for probably about a McDonald's combo was $3.99, $4.27 with tax them time there. That's $17 and
Yeah.
$17 and what is that, like 4 cents, 6 cents? Excuse me, maths, I'm drunk. But $17 and 6 cents. Instead, I bought the chicken for $10.
Yeah.
She had the rice.
Yeah.
She had the sugar.
Yeah.
She had the thyme. She had the garlic.
Yeah.
She had all that in her house. Spend the $10 and feed everybody. When I was 16, I recognized that, right?
Yeah.
So fast forward now, the next time that real passion was ignited in me again was when I started hitting the gym.
Yes.
And it was like I had to start cooking the clean meals because you can't just go and eat McDonald's again.
Yeah.
Even if you have the $4.25 this time, that time it was probably $5.65 or whatever it was.
Right.
You can't buy that after you lick the gym. So I started,
Speaking of the cleaning the chicken. What like somebody even actually asked, chicken out the package or clean the chicken? Chicken out the package or clean the chicken?
What are you asking me, bro?
That's a question that we had here.
You're not clean the chicken
guys-
out the package, bro? What the fuck is going
That's
on
literally
here,
the
bro?
question we had here. Chicken out the package or clean the chicken?
Who was asking that, bro? You take the chicken out the package, then you clean it, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on here, bro?
They wanted me to chime in and somebody said chicken out the package or clean the package.
Walmart sells seasoned chicken.
Serena, let me get the baby just now.
Yeah,
Gotta have to switch
never,
the baby out.
never, ever. You see, but I actually have a video coming out with me and White Yardie, and it's like the do's and don'ts of cleaning and seasoning chicken.
Yes.
And
oh my God, I have to cut you right now. I have to cut you. We might have to switch into the okay, let me just keep the funniest clip was when he was talking about the he said the white people food and he had the white rice and
He always has that,
the
bro.
man said the chicken there, he said, the way he said the chicken looked like dead, like a dead person. He said, the chicken looked pale, like it's sick, like on COVID. I was dying, bro. I'm like, why did he have to do the people so dirty?
Yeah, no, like them chicken. Oh, my thing's not charging. Why not?
Yeah, was it not?
No.
Yo, put it like lengthways though.
Use your one. This was your one.
Yeah, let's put it
No,
on
no,
because I want to go
I
back
teased
live in
you.
a minute. It's all
Yeah.
good.
We
Figure out
gotta
yours.
get to that chicken cleaning and the white yard.
We don't have your 11 Pro option.
Sarita, we're on the baby right now.
Hi, pause, bro. It's good to see you, my nigga.
We're good to go.
Yo, I'm too opinionated for them stuff, yeah, dog. Y'all be interviewing me for like 6 hours, bro.
What are you doing?
What the fuck, bro?
What's going on here?
Like, this shit won't ever end, bro. You gotta talk me about chicken in the package
sick,
verse.
bro.
This all going to a whole
Yes.
fucking philosophy on chicken. What are we on right now?
Sarita, keep an eye on it though when you get a chance.
Serena's work in the morning, bro. Don't talk to Serena. Don't talk to her, bro. Don't let her relax, bro. She's trying to calm down, bro.
Candy Cakes is the lady's name?
I don't remember the name. It's not Gallery, bro. Nope, Gallery's down here. I can bet you $1 million, bro. What's the bottom called? I have a flyer right now that can show you the first ever dance off in Gallery on that bottom floor. Yes. I can bet you $1 million.
See you.
Yo, bro, I'll bet you $100 in my pocket. I have $100 in my pocket. I'll bet it to you. Forget the $1 million. You know it's COVID. We don't have enough cash because it's contaminated. The $100 in my pocket right now. That's all I have.
More questions.
Ready?
Kid. You ready? Street, are we in? Where? Oh, I don't know who is it. I don't know.
Message future.
Back in live.
Message Diz. Diz will know. Somebody get Diz on the phone.
Late night work. We put that late night work.
That
in.
$100 is still there for you, Hypers. Take it up if you win.
So back to the essence right now.
You don't have to pay. You don't even have to. Yo, what should Hypers do if you lose? Because I want to make him take it.
If Hypers loses,
what do you have to do?
Hypers has to eat a whole tablespoon of pepper sauce.
Yeah.
2 tablespoons.
No. One
With
tablespoon.
no water. With no water.
One tablespoon, no water. You get to collect my $100. Everybody's witnessing. You get please bring it, please.
And then he's gotta follow the ox cord with his nose. What is this?
Show me. What's the proof? What is the proof?
Ew.
If Gallery's upstairs.
Hypers, get back on there and get on a sauce baby right now.
know about that West Indian hot
Yeah, West Indian hot sauce hotter, bro.
I don't know if they're ready
I've
for
had
it.
hotter than that, though.
Y'all see that right there?
They said that's
All right,
nothing, bro.
let's get back into this
Yeah, let's
fucking
get-
main.
Warm up now.
Hype. Keep that music low though, because it's kind of a little distracting. It's not a.
Okay.
It's a little distracting. I don't know how you guys normally do it.
Get in the middle. No, this is the second time.
No, it's because we were trying to do the live stream, but his live stream thing got fucked up.
Yeah, he got banned for playing too much
okay.
meat.
He went too early in. He went hard too early.
This guy played all the bigs at big baller. Benzema.
Shout out to Candy on the cakes, man.
Shout out Candy. All right, let's get back
Shout out
into
to
this
Candy
thing
Cakes.
so I can.
Yes.
I want to get
So
back
don't
into
say
it.
it. And I mean, even like I feel like even Planet can relate to that. Like I said, back to coming from the school for the arts, where it's just like, for me, it was almost like we used to audition and we I've been to many callbacks, and I was like, yo, close calls,
Stage
we could
performances
literally
too.
And I know even with agents that I've had, I mean, I look at that as like real estate in the sense where you don't know when your next
You can tell them about the show
gig
that
or
you
your
were
sale
on.
or your job. I've been on plenty, like even I've been pranked. You mean scare taxis?
Yeah, scare.
That wasn't like I got
You're
a
on
little
that?
yeah, they got me on there. Because the mob, what was it, the mob boss in the asylum, or didn't say they got me somewhere around Leslieville.
That's funny.
But
fucking
it was
scare
just funny, yeah. But I mean, like,
show?
yeah, like the TV world. It's like you said, it's so. It's. I mean, in a sense, I'd say I thank the internet. Like a lot of people, like, I hear people that say, "Yo, you gotta get on Twitter more. You gotta get like." Just do you more, man. And then, like I said,
I feel like that's the theme of this.
and if that's what you're really doing, then it'll come. What did Nike say? What did Jordan? Just do it. Just get it done. Get what needs to be done.
I can never be
Shout out
your
to
podcast
Serena.
co-host. I can get him going for another half an hour.
No, this is like the longest episode we've ever done. I'm impressed. I'm impressed.
He's off at times. I'm like, yo, more times, bro.
Listen.
Because it's real, man.
If
When you
you
really
don't come out this quarantine with something new, there's a problem.
right.
That's it. Create yourself.
Literally.
There's a problem.
Make that a
Stop.
shirt.
Don't just stay home and watch. What did he say?
Make that a
90 Day
t-shirt.
Fiance, and make your own 90 Day
When
Fiance.
you think about what
Take-
that yourself.
Take Chef Ramsay's thing and turn it into a Hype's kitchen. Like I'm just tired and like I'm talking to people. I'm like, like yo, get off of the TV, man. Like you can just see it sometimes, man. I mean, it's social media, and we could go on and on.
Sauce ones.
Read a book,
Saucy
guys, and
ones.
eat some
Sauce
celery,
to the saucy.
and that's it. Yeah, read a book
Sauce,
and some celery, and
sauce,
try my
spring.
sauce when it comes out,
Sauce,
and
spring.
tune into Hype's kitchen,
Sauce,
and
spring.
that's about
Sauce
that.
of mercy. Sauce of mercy.
Hi, man, it's a pleasure, my guy.
Give me all the sound bites. All the sound bites.
What was Hype was one? We need one for Hype ones. We need one with Oren. Or Oren's gonna do the intro. Oren's gonna do the outro for Hype ones because Belly just ran him out of the door, locked to his toilet, already get an extra roll. Okay, of toilet paper for Hype ones because he lost competition, guys. We up. Pleasure, man. My brother. Yo,
Respect,
yo,
family.
love and respect,
Yeah,
bro.
man.